Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I am your fabulous Game Master Tom, and this is Adventure 34. We are so glad to have you joining us. We have been deep into the desert realm of Thave, continuing on some crazy adventures, and we will carry on with all sorts of bloody carnage, as I think has been going on the last couple of weeks. Hey, do you like fun adventures? I know I do. If you'd like to enjoy more of our adventures, consider joining us over at patreon.com/ingloriousbards. A couple bucks get you access to all our after shows where we decompress after big heavy shows, talk about what we think just happened and what we think might be coming up next. It's always a blast. It's one of my favorite parts of what we do. And we've got some one-shots on there available to our patron supporters. And of course, it helps keeps the lights on, which we always appreciate. We are joined by our heroes, which we'll give a quick introduction of right now. We have our thaumaturge, a supernatural swordsman who goes by the name of Galen. Say hello to everyone, Galen.
Hello, everyone. Looking forward to a little bit of dungeon delving today.
Okay. Across from him is our human wizard, Zaldor. Zaldor, what are you thinking about today's adventure?
Yes, I'm Zaldor, wizard of the Seventh Tower, keeper of the wind spheres over the 1,000 Isles, and that's all the history we need to know about me ever again.
Okay. Then we have our bard, a gnome bard by the name of Jericho.
Hi, my name's Jericho. Guy named Jericho. Bard of the guy named Jericho and Jericho.
All right. Well said. Across from him is Hemlock, a fetchling gunslinger.
I'm Hemlock, keeper of Thunderbolt and Lightning, guardian of Tavern.
And we have Geggy, a pixie ranger, master of the bow.
Keeping my watchful eye on this crazy woman. That's what I do.
You can't say that about all women. Comes along with you.
And last, and certainly not least, is our human champion, Yannick.
Again.
Sir, Yannick.
Sir, my apologies.
First night, O'Carroll.
Right.
And it's easy. Just let it roll out. Guardian of Tavernry.
Guardian of Tavernry. And all around, okay guy.
If it helps, the fans are already correcting me with Sir Yannick as well on the chat.
Well, yes, thank you, fans. Thank you.
All right. Well, before we dive in, let's get a recap of what happened last time from Jeremy.
When we started our last adventure, we were literally hiding from the storm. There was a massive electrical storm that was tearing through the ruins that we were parked at with Meladine and her entire wagon of her menagerie, or at least the growing menagerie that she was trying to get. The storm itself, however, was not just a storm. There were queen shades that were either in it or traveling through it. We're not entirely sure, but they were carrying or had on chains these tormented creatures, these people that had blue vines sprouting from them and were literally being held back by these chained leashes as they were clawing at anyone that they could find, trying to break down any door that they could get into, including ours. Before they could break through and get to us, however, another door popped up underneath Zaldor, a trap door that opened inside the earth from apprentice wizard Maus, who spoke the immortal words that if we want to live, we need to follow him, or something to that effect. And we did. We got ourselves out of there and followed him through a magical portal that he had created that was a bit of a glowing tunnel that kind of took us through the ground and frankly through kind of the reality that we were around as time passed by us quickly and we moved through this tunnel unscathed by the weather, by the storm, by ground around us, or the sky that we were eventually crawling through on our way up to a floating tower. When we got out of the tube and into the tower space, Apprentice Wizard Maus welcomed us to the 5th Tower of Selection, the home of Master Brillmane, who was not expecting us. Apparently, Apprentice Wizard Mayas had received instructions from Callian Varro to come and find us, our group, on this date, to bring them with the intent of aiding us. Master Brilmane was a very gracious host to everyone but Zaldor, who he was not shy about the fact that he had had a history with and wanted nothing to do with him. The rest of the group tried to pry at it, but Zaldor had to remove himself from the scene if there was anything that was going to be possible for moving forward in gaining the information that we needed to be successful in Thave. Master Brilmane did speak a lot about his history with Zaldor and the past life that they had had together and his bringing Zaldor up in the 7th Tower and a shared love that they had had of a woman who decided to stay with Zaldor and leave Master Brilmane, who went on his way back to the 5th Tower. But then he kind of remembered the task that he was also spoken to by Callian Varro and provided us with as much information as possible. And whoo boy, was it a lot! He gave us no less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps of possible things that had to happen for us to be anything near successful to ending the corruption, to disrupting the Ash Queen, or surviving any step of the process. It was really a 9-step process, but the one thing that he added, which he considered to be possibly the most dangerous and yet the most impactful, would be to find ourselves a way to get into the land of Kasir, the religious temple in the Ash Queen's home, undetected. The only way to do so would be to use a technique to find the blood of the Jagged Witch, who had been buried inside the heart of these jagged mountains down in Thave, where we were supposed to take a drop of her fiery blood and place on the back of our necks, which would, according to the legend that Master Brilmane knew, that we would be undetected. So, with a whole lot in our heads and a lot stirring around of what was going on, the scene finally ended that night, that evening, with everyone retiring to their chambers, with the exception of Jericho, who went and spoke to Zaldor. And they had a very deep heart-to-heart conversation about grief and loss and the things that make them who they are and build the characters that they have. They shared a moment processing that grief together, the loss of Dash for Jericho, and the loss of someone in Zaldor's life that he really is having a hard time admitting to and dealing with. And the next morning, there's going to be a plan where all the adventurers are going to get together and figure out which of the 10 steps they want to start first. So let's find out what they're going to do. Let the adventure begin!
It is evening time as the party winds down. Jericho curled up in the bed at the foot of the bed with Zaldor. Gegi, to your own room in a oversized bed. I don't know, how do you sleep in a luxurious, comfortable, massive poster bed?
Perched.
Yes.
Okay. Galen gets cozy. Hemlock does in his own room. Ionic, as you are going by towards your room, out from a door comes an excited Squire Haply. He says, "Sir Ionic, I've got my own room. I've never had my own room in my entire life. It's amazing. It's so big, and I can put my stuff wherever I want, and it's got the most coziest bed ever."
Get in my trunk.
I want to be really mean and be like, we're putting my stuff in that room. You're with me. I'm glad you have some space, and yes, I'm glad you have a room. That is good.
He smiles and, do you need me to do anything before you go to sleep?
I think take the rest of the night off, Haply. You've done a great job. You've been with us for a long time. You've really helped us along the way, and I appreciate you as my squire, and you should take tonight off.
You look like you have the drain condition as you're saying that.
I will take care of myself now.
If you know what I mean.
Gets out some moist towelettes.
I was kind of thinking Happily at this point is going, who are you and what have you done with Ada?
Yannick has his own room too now.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Yeah, that's true. You guys all rest for the evening. You wake up the next day. Jericho, you are out in the common lounge area where a lot of these bedroom hallways are off, and you're doing a little delicate, you've learned with the group, delicate, quiet, early little song on your ukulele, just to get things going creatively. As you do so, Master Brillmane walks by, and he has some books and scrolls underneath an arm. And the old wizard says, what's the name of that song? I like that one.
Morning of Dew.
Morning of Dew. Is it an original composition?
It's an old gnomish composition that my family's traveling band would play on occasion.
I like it very much. We haven't had music here since I've been here. I don't know about my predecessors. It's nice.
Thank you, sir. That's very kind.
I know you are heading out to dangerous places, very dangerous places. And I did some reading last night. I was up late, and I thought this might be of use to you. And he hands you a thick, rolled-up piece of paper and says, well, good morning. And he heads off down one of the halls towards the bedrooms.
Thank you, sir.
On the piece of paper, it is a sheet of music called The Ballad of Paradelia. And you now know this song, and you get one-time use only without having to use any actions or anything. You just know as part of the song to release a bit of magic within the Ballad of Paradelia to guaranteed a lingering composition at some point in your future.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
He passes by and knocks on the door to the Pixie Ranger Geki. Oh, you're up there. Well, good morning. Can you hear me up there?
What do you want? What do you want? Giggy is listening at the wall of the slaver lady.
Okay. I have something for you. I mentioned this yesterday. I thought you might be one to take these. And he brings over a large sack that clinks.
All right.
Metallically.
I like clinkling.
Clinkling?
I can hear it. It's an onomatopoeia.
I hear nothing. I hear nothing.
And he drops the sack. It spills out a bunch of little metal potion vials. He said, these are those potions of invisibility for the group. I figured you might want to dole them out as necessary. With your movement around Kassir as a fey creature, I thought it might be best in your hands.
It is appreciated.
Oh, and I put one more in there. It's the non-metal one, the glass one, so be careful.
He dumped these on the ground. Okay.
You see it coming out of the satchel, slowly rolling awkwardly towards the edge of the bed. This one might aid you with a little bit of escape if you need it. It's a potion of flight to add a little gust to your wings.
Oh. Thank you.
Yes, good morning. The old wizard heads over to another room, and there he finds Galen doing his normal morning rituals. What does that normal? 34?
35.
Okay. It's like the
Learned you. All done.
third one that he's done. He says, "Oh, my new friend, Gordon?
Master Brillmane, the name's Galen.
I must have misheard.
I may have misspoke.
Well, whoever's at fault, there's no worries. I noticed you reading some of my books on thaumaturgy, and I found one elsewhere I thought you might find of value." And he, of the books and scrolls he hands you a book. He said, "It's called The Coven of Six Witches, and I think it would be a valuable read to you."
I must say your library is astonishing, Master Brillmane. I could lose myself for months in there.
Why, thank you. Well, I hope we will see you and your friends again quite soon. And I wish you all the best.
Deeply appreciate your hospitality.
He finds himself not too long later at the bedroom to Hemlock. And you open the door that he has knocked upon. And he says, good morning, Poncho.
Good morning.
I had a small little couple pages of script I found about those beings you were asking, or someone was asking for last night. The assassins, the Queen's Shades.
Yeah.
I thought this might be of value to you. It talks about how they've came about and their training, and some of 2 different battles are described in here.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And one other thing.
Yeah.
I mentioned this yesterday, and I feel it's a foregone conclusion, but I wanted to share the warning again. You all, if you do head to the tomb of Alcanet, and you are successful in recovering some of her blood, the Ashen Queen and her Blood Witches will take this as the most terrible affront and will stop at nothing to bring an end to you and to torture you for months and months in misery and disfigure. I cannot imagine the personal horrors they would delve upon you. This is a tremendous risk.
I feel like they would do this to us either way. If we do decide to go after that blood, you said you were successful. Do you have any guidance you can give us?
I always had my drop, which is now long since gone, apparently, around the back of my neck at all times, anytime I was outside of this tower. I believe it served me well.
How did you get it?
I purchased it far away, knowing when I was taking on this assignment in case I needed it. But that is all I can say about blood. Blood! I need to gather everyone together in the lounge area. I can help you out with one last thing.
Everyone?
Yes.
Even Zaldor?
Oh. He heads off.
Okay.
He finds himself at another door, and it is Yonik's.
45, 46, 103. Yeah, all right.
I barely see any glistening sweat at all. Not perspire at the Temple of Carahel.
Well, you know, it's a boon of the god.
I have something for you. He has some scrolls, and he pulls out from between them a small little book. And it is the book that has the symbol of Carahel upon it. This book I've had for some time, and not so long ago, it lit up with a light, a power I'd never seen before, and it began writing unto itself, and that's how I found out about you. As the first champion of Carahel. I can see, reading this, the importance of this, the truth behind this. There is a holy truth about it. And I feel perhaps you should have this book. It might prove the same insight that I have to others who may doubt who you are.
Your kindness is appreciated.
And he hands it over and he says, and I think it's in better hands, in the hands of Carahel than it is in my dusty library.
Thank you for taking care of this for us.
Of course. And he heads off. Zaldor, you are alone in your room looking at a gigantic tapestry of a beach area on Thave with the huge magical barrier that stretches 200 feet up into the sky that's been woven into it with some magical pylons on the side that create it. And it's mad, like your head is craned looking up at it. And as you do so, from out of view to your left, you hear it's quite an amazing feat. That mithril barrier, it's kept out magic for some time and, dare I say, perhaps kept out a war or two between Azamir and Thave. You know, I had that made years ago before I took my respite here in the tower. It came at no small expense. The Weaver was quite concerned why I would have him make this within Thave, with the Blood Witches being so vehemently against it. I told him I made up a story. I would burn it in some effigy or something like that, but it's my contribution to this tower, as all my predecessors did, he says, pointing to some other tapestries.
It is fantastic. And it reminds me of an old friend.
Oh, I brought these for you. And he tumbles out 4 scroll cases onto a table. I thought they might serve you better. I'm not one for this kind of magic. I'm much more a seeker and seer, as the tower demands. I know your recent studies aren't isolated in that kind of magic and might benefit from these spells.
Your generosity continues to have no bounds. Would you care to speak for a minute?
No, I should be going. Mr. Poncho reminded me of something that I can help with.
Well, it is very good to see you. Thank you.
He nods and heads out. How is she, Elitha?
She is the same as I left her. As wonderful and beautiful as ever.
I still remember the days wandering around the 7th tower with her.
She knew it well. It was a very bright time for us all.
Well, I recall while I was showing you how the towers work and the magic within and the responsibilities, a fool many times. Dare I say you are a fool once more for leaving such a beautiful creature behind.
Yes. It would be the most foolish thing I'd have ever done. Brilmain. fell. She fell ill. Not 2 years ago. And the amount of study, the amount of care, and the amount of scrolls that we went through to find a cure, to find a reason, and to break whatever spell we thought it may have been was not enough. She is in a permanent state. She is in a deep, deep slumber and sleep until I can find what it is that can bring her back. Until I can find how she can be healthy again. And I never, ever would have left her or the Seventh Tower were it not for something as crucial as this. I want to help the Wren. I certainly want to help these young, strapping heroes that seem to have found me in their midst. But I want nothing more than to be by her side, healthy, happy, looking over the ocean again and seeing the sunsets. She made me promise. Before I left, she made me say out loud that I would not return. She didn't say if. She didn't say until. She made me promise that I would live the rest of my days in Varen, away from the tower and away from her. How do I live like that?
I can't believe I'm going to say this to you of all people. How do I help?
I can leave you a list of the symptoms that were identified, and perhaps you have something. Perhaps you've seen what this could be, and you could find a way to reverse it. If you could find a way to make her whole, we could bring her back. We could see my poor Elba again. Can you do that?
I am no medicine man, but I will do everything that I can to aid her. Provide me all the details that you have, and spare no detail whatsoever. Give me everything that you know about this illness, and I will do everything that I can.
Zaldor does everything he can to not break down sobbing right there on the spot. The amount of relief and just the ability to share again what he's been hiding for so long. He immediately requests a quill and a scroll to start providing you everything he has, because he has them seared deep in his memory and knows exactly what to say.
Brilmain heads out to get those. As he leaves, he turns around and looks at you and then leaves. It is sometime later, and the group is in the common area. Everyone starts to gather round. It is the 6 heroes plus Haply. Sorry, Squire Haply. That one I'll get right. Squire Haply. And your new friend Melodine
Best friend.
Best friend.
is also there, and
She should not be here.
Apprentice Maus has brought in all sorts of fruits and snacks and cheeses for everyone to eat.
Why is she here?
Where else would she be?
Anywhere in this castle but here. Why?
Well, not the
Is
exploding
this-
floor. That'd be super unhealthy.
Why is
I'd be
this
fine with
person potentially privy to our conversations?
Have a slaver being among us. It's inappropriate.
What did I miss? Good morrow. Morning.
Good morning.
Melody, how did you sleep?
Get the hell out of here.
Why is she here?
Well, I think because it's the only common room. It's like the only place like to kind of hang out.
I'm sure we can find her different accommodations. No offense, Melodine, but you need to excuse yourself.
She says, "Darling, I'm here to have a nice breakfast. Let's be civil. I'm detecting a
I'm
bit of a
not
change in
asking.
tone. You are not here to order me around.
You aren't here at all. You are not part of our party. You are not part of our group, and you are not privy to our plans. Leave.
Well, if I'd like,
Zaldor!
we all
not.
travel together.
Now.
He's a yellow.
She crosses her legs and takes another bite of cheese.
Galen will escort her out of the room.
All right. You grab onto her and escort her out the room and lift her up. She puts a hand upon her blade and says, "Don't touch me, darling. Let's keep your hands to yourself. You should learn some manners, or I will teach them to you."
You're welcome to try.
She shrugs to get her arm away from your grasp. And then sits back down.
No, I am escorting her out.
The tune on the ukulele changes to something a little more martial.
You play an aura of effect, but whom are you giving it to? Who's considered an ally?
Now we are all guests here in the 5th Tower of Selection.
Is she a guest?
She has come with us and was invited by apprentice wizard Maus. Yes, she was not left behind to the storm or to the threats that were behind us. She was invited here. Callian Verreau requested that we all be here. Whether or not she was intended to be a part of it or not does not change the fact that she is here. You are not a host.
We have not brought anybody else we've encountered on this journey with us. She is here by chance, and I am not going to allow any of our conversations about our plans to enter her ears, come out her mouth, and potentially to a queen shade or one of the other blood witches. It is an unnecessary danger to this party.
Well, then let's have breakfast and talk about plans later after we've had a opportunity to have breakfast and excuse ourselves.
Spoken like a true gentleman.
Shut up!
And
Slaver.
well, Hemlock, there's that weird little kid that showed up when we showed back up with these guys. I still don't know who the heck this little kid is that showed up with Yannick.
I'm detecting a change in the mood here. What has happened? We had a wonderful trip on my wagons, and you were courteous enough to go there. We escaped together. I still have to recover my property. You asked for help in me getting you into the city, and now suddenly you are daring to put your hands on me, and you are being quite rude there, Sir Champion.
I think some of them seem to be under the impression that you're a owner of slaves. Is that accurate? Or were? Clearly, you don't have any at this time.
This is true. Yes.
I think some of them are morally outraged by that status.
And yet, I'd guess that my
Haply
blade
hasn't
has
expressed
less
any
blood
upset
on
at
it
it whatsoever.
than some of the people's here, but I'm still enjoying a breakfast with you all. We are slavers. We are murderers. We are business folks. Why can't we be also civil?
We are the guardians of Tabernary, or have we forgotten that?
Darling, you're miles away from Tabernary. Now eat your
Does
cheese.
your honor hold?
What kind of cheese is that?
It seems like it's a brie.
Well, I love brie. I'm going to get some.
While our company for breakfast is not always enjoyable, I would say no offense, but you are a slaver. We are in the situation where we need to gain our strength and emotions to like breakfast and then go our way and do what business we have. Distracting ourselves with the things like this slows us down and takes us away from what we need to be doing. I believe we are near the end of our relationship with our friend here, and we've spent this much time in her company. Breakfast will not harm us, and then we can go our way.
Spoken like a true champion of Carahel. You may feel comfortable sitting down and eating with a slaver. I refuse. And Galen walks out.
All right. Is that true, Mr. Zeldor? Has our company come to an end? I still could use someone with your pyrotechnical showmanship. You have a flair about you, you must admit.
Not just a flair, but a flourish. Quite a bit. However, I will let you know that there has been a great deal of planning that must take place, for our paths apparently have crossed and will be going in different directions at this point. It has been a delight getting to know you, and I certainly hope that we can still help each other and we can possibly rid you of that Blood Witch issues that you have. However, I am not the leader of this group. It's not even so much of a democracy as one might normally think. In fact, we follow certain rules that we must abide, and I feel that for this moment, our paths will drift apart, but hopefully not for too long.
Apprentice Maya says, I also brought some morning wine, and brings out little goblets. Master Brillmane is coming soon. He let me know that I can get you pretty close towards whatever destination you want. North towards the Rocky Mountains, towards that nasty place, or east close to the gates of Kassir.
Young Master Apprentice Maze, you originally took us through. Sorry, I was drinking my wine. You originally took us through. Of course, the breakfast wine.
Like part of this complete breakfast.
Part of the breakfast pyramid.
Your tunnels that you have, your gateway magic that took us through and brought us from the ruins the first time. Is that controlled in different directions each time, or does that tunnel simultaneously exist with other directions that we may go? Meladine here has left her wagons, which has considerable value.
No, I haven't. And she takes a drink.
There were at least 5 of them.
Oh, okay. Yes.
rode
No,
up
that,
through.
yes.
And I want to make sure that she is able to be returned to her property. Would you be able to help her with this?
Would you also, Apprentice Mayas, know anything about handling horses and hooking them up to wagons? I could use some help over the next couple of days heading east. I don't know about all of that, but I can get you to your destination as well. She says, well, it seems like I am out of luck getting the help that I need from all of you, but I appreciate you getting me as far as we did. I just hope my horses are still alive when I return.
As do I. I have a deep hope.
I would bring some fresh ones, though, just in case.
Just carry them in your bag.
Master Brillmane enters, and he has another satchel that makes Geggy cringe as you hear glass and metal clinking about inside, and he puts it on a central table there. He says, I forgot, there's something that I always do for Maus, and it helps out with the blood witches with their blood magic. And Maus says, yes. He holds out a hand, and
Handies for all.
an arm. Maus holds out an arm, and Master Brillmane takes a long needle, but just pricks him a little bit and gets a drop of blood. And he puts it into a little potion and swirls it around. And he says, very good, very good. He says, who's next? And goes over to Yannick and and wipes off the needle like on a sleeve.
There you go.
It's admissible in court.
Hepatitis a thing here. What exactly does this do?
This is a means to detect any capabilities of the Blood Witch to be following you through your blood. It is one of their best ways of
Prevent
following.
scrying is what you're saying.
Definitely cuts down on it, and I use it every time I return back from the tower, to the tower here.
Proceed.
He does it, puts in the bottle, says you're good, and
Yannick drinks it.
does the same thing with Galen. He dips it in there and shakes it up. Nothing.
Galen's not present.
Oh, sorry, that's right. You're not there. Then don't worry about it. Does the same thing with Geggy.
No, Giggy separates himself from the use of blood magic.
Okay.
Hemlock steps up.
He says to Geggy as Hemlock steps up, of all people, I'd recommend you most of all. They would want to find you, if anything.
I can't be having my blood used in magic. As blood witches would use blood of their victims.
But this is just to verify, and I can perhaps cleanse with the other potions if they are following you.
Tell me, champion, is there another way?
I am not incredibly familiar with this style of magic, but I do know it can be effective. And the blood witches are very powerful. I do trust this wizard of the towers. He seems to be of the same vein of Zaldor. Shh. Nobody asked.
This is a consumable. How long will it last, Master Brillmane?
No, I'm checking the blood and dipping it into this vial to test.
Oh.
The cleansing is a little more complicated. May I?
Yeah.
And he pokes you for 1/4 point of damage.
It's all smoky. I can't.
Marking that down.
And he dips it in a little vial, swirls around. Little blue potion turns dark red. You're the only one so far, Hemlock, and it turns a dark red. Oh. This is not good. They are tracking your blood somehow.
You didn't get stabbed with a sword recently, did you? Because that would be really bad.
I did.
Don't worry. I can solve this with this one. He grabs a glass potion and hands it to you. Don't drink it. What you want to do is
Enema.
you'll need a move speed of 30 to begin the enema process.
Backwards.
When I said I could cleanse it, that was mostly true. What you will need to do is transfer it. I've had to do this myself to something like an animal or a man. I did it to a diseased cow that was going to be put down. You have to hurt the creature, and so that blood appears. Then get a drop of your blood on their blood, and then pour this potion over it, and it will transfer their ability to follow you to that creature, and then you will not be able to be watched like you are now. Well, not here in these walls. You're fine now.
Do you have anybody in mind?
No. And Zaldor?
Where's that slaver woman?
Yes. I'm sure it'll be nothing but please, as you were in the tests.
He pokes.
Ow!
That's 12 points of damage to
Ow!
your weak ass wizard. It goes through your whole arm. He dips in the potion, he swirls it, and there's no problems
That's for
whatsoever.
Elitha.
And Gegi, are you sure?
Gigi is unsure, but will rely on the champion's belief of trust. Gigi will produce an amorphous wing
Okay.
to his side
He
to draw from.
pokes the gossamer wing and is able to get some crazy little tiny thin drop of blood, puts it in there, swirls it around.
Finally!
You will all pay!
He says, good. You are fine as well. I just wanted to make sure.
We should, although I think I know where, from the stories I've heard you tell, or Hemlock, where that tracking came from.
Yeah.
Our friend was stabbed by a bloodshade recently,
Meladine does the same and she gets tested out.
but I still would like
She clear?
us to track Galen down and see if he will allow us to test his blood as well.
Oh, yes, that would be a good idea.
I don't remember Jericho getting tested. Did he get tested? No. Gnomes are good, I'm sure.
Okay.
We should.
He,
Oh.
he never came up to me, so I must be fine.
I
Well, we're
don't
not
want
done
to.
I left some. Oh, I left some of my blood in hell one time.
Oh, well, let's test you then, shall we?
Will this test for hell tracking as well as Queen Shade tracking?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Shall I stab you with this now?
yeah.
All right. He stabs you. He puts the blood in the potion, swirls it around, and the potion drops to the ground and vomits up tons of blood that gouts out in a huge fountain and goes and goes and goes.
What?
And then a huge, strange claw emerges and a creature emerges from this hellish blood.
What?
And we have a battle happening right now.
I kept waiting for the joke to be like, haha, just did, but like, what?
Nice.
I gotta fix
on,
my
boys?
notes here. Quick. Everyone gets tested.
Just
We
when
have-
an exploit vulnerability would be helpful.
I have Ebola AIDS cancer.
This is what happens when you tolerate slavery.
Says the guy who worked for a demon worshiper.
We have a battle in this little foyer in the magical tower, and a demon is here. A large demon that is made up of kind of like one of those brain crabs from
Half-Life.
Half-Life. Thank you.
Oh, sure.
But it's got some big claws that stick out, and it's pretty big. It's like 10 feet tall and looms, and
What?
it has strange little tendrils that come out of holes of millions of little eyes.
Doesn't look like me at all.
It does not look like
Oh.
you, but it appears to be looking at you in your direction because it's going first in initiative and attacking you.
Oh.
What
So
is
in
it?
that picture, its claws had like human faces on it. Is that representative and accurate?
As a Rorschach, I didn't see any of that.
No. Call it back up.
Calling it back up, looking at a picture, share with players.
It's faces.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's horrible. They are faces.
Little eyes down there.
And a mouth.
wait,
and
that
Oh,
nose.
mouth. Yep, there it is.
Are they
Yep.
my face? Please say yes.
It looks like the,
That would be awesome.
looks like the
actually.
face of the Lord of Darkness from Legend.
That is not your face, but one of those faces is coming at you right now.
Bring it.
Jericho. A pincher blasts out. Where the heck is my roll? 31 to hit by the Kithangian demon.
I know I've never done this before, but I will give an empathetic plea as it comes at me.
Okay.
Trying to get it to not hurt me. So when I'm attacked by a creature that I have not acted hostile towards, again, I'm going to attempt a diplomacy check versus their will DC.
Okay.
Alrighty. So I have a 29.
29 is a fail.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh God.
All right. Well, I'll take it. I'll take it in the face. Then.
All right. You are.
Oh, wait. 31. You said
31 to hit.
That's just a hit.
Okay. 25 points of slashing damage.
Slashes.
And then it uses that face pincer, this large face pincer, to grab you.
That's horrible.
My beautiful face.
And what is your jump? It is here. Why can't I find it now? It is grabbing you with an grapple. There we go. Your fortitude plus 10.
22.
25. You have now been grabbed.
Thank you.
You have been hit.
Hugged. I like to think hugged.
And grabbed. Then for its third action, it will use rasping tongues.
I was going to say it licks you. I was like,
And that was plural.
Tongues. It pulls you closer to it, and from little holes that you thought were eyes all over its face, little tendrils come out and enter your face.
No!
Thank you.
I do not want to hear this
Thank
story.
you, yes.
And you are afflicted with haunting psychic screams within these tendrils that make you scream out. You need to make a will save 26.
Will save. I have a plus 14. I roll a 12 on the die. Exactly, 26.
26.
Oh my
That's not
God.
bad. 20 damage, cut in half, 10 points of piercing and mental only.
Jesus.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Weapons are not drawn for you martial characters, and it is Yannick's turn.
Well, I'll remedy that not drawn weapon problem immediately and draw a Fashard.
This is the beginning of Jurassic Park.
Shoot him!
Yeah. And Yannick will move forward, pushing Zaldor out of the way.
No!
25 feet to try to get up and beside Jericho there, if I may. Beautiful. That is perfect. I am beside Jericho now, and I will strike mightily with the fish. So he has him grappled. What happens if I trip him? Is he going to let go of the grapple?
We can only find out, but not normally, no.
This Jericho just falls into his mouth. The mouth he didn't find.
Mm-hmm. All right. I am going to trip this creature.
Okay. This is interesting. Ballsy.
This is my athletics, I believe.
It counts as an attack athletics versus their reflex DC.
So I add my roll plus my athletics.
Your athletics.
Okay.
Wait,
Yes.
your weapon is a trip
Yes.
That's
weapon?
Fashard has that
So
trait.
it's part of the weapon attack?
No, it's a separate. It is considered an attack, but it's its own thing, and there's no damage applied to it or anything like that. Yeah. And that is a 24.
You get to also add your weapon item bonus, which is +1, I believe.
25.
All right. You are successful. That is weird.
Okay, so this creature has been tripped.
Ripped.
So it is
Target
prone,
falls and lands prone.
which means it is flat-footed.
How do I? Okay, there we go.
Jericho free?
Jericho is.
Pinned.
I'm gonna have it make a
One.
Ooh.
2, 3.
It critically failed its attempt. I just gave it a really good chance to succeed.
Yeah.
It critically failed. Jericho, you can take you're free, and you can take a free move right now, interrupting his turn for a second.
Oh my gosh.
I will definitely back away from that sucker.
Oh, wow.
Still screaming?
Chris, don't expect that kind of success in the future. That is cool, though.
Are the tentacles
I
still
should have been
there
doing
and you're
this
just
the whole
trying them
time.
off?
Yeah, he goes.
Is it like a deep facial cleanse?
All the blackheads are stuck to it.
Yeah.
And I do have one more
The
action.
Biore?
Yes.
The demon
Hey,
Biore?
can I just ask? Never mind. I was thinking that table thing in the middle would somehow block it, but it's at the end.
Don't get greedy, just run.
No, I was just going to run. But I was going to run to the other side of the table, but he's at the end of the table. Wouldn't make a difference.
And I'm gonna, with my final action, I'm gonna strike, and that means I'm only at +9 to hit instead of my normal +14 because this is considered a second attack with the trip. I rolled a 5, so that's only a 14 to hit.
That's a miss. With it flat-footed because it's prone.
Yeah,
Still. Okay. Sweet.
kind of figured, but
That's awesome.
We have Zaldor.
Yes. Oh, that's a terrible thing that shouldn't have happened.
How do I move so slow?
Vial
like
of
last
testing.
time?
Jericho, what did you do? Zaldor reaches inside
wizard did
his
Yeah.
cloak pouch.
why is that thing in you?
And we'll take a small fireball that's in his pocket, slap it down into smaller fireballs, away, and flourishes them with the blazing bolt at it.
All right, Blazing Bolt. Geggy, I heard some whining from over there. You rolled a 7 on your initiative is why. You're coming up next.
Let's see. I want to make sure I'm reading this one correctly. I am doing multiple attacks. Yes. Maximum of 3 rays. I will use all 3 actions on this. They each increase your attack penalty, but not until afterwards. 46 each. Perfect.
What was this one called again?
This is Blazing Bolt.
Bolt. Got it.
Or mini flame spheres, depending on how you look at it. Oh, the attack! That is a +19,
38.
38 for one. Less than that. It's a 14 for the other, and 15. Terrible.
What was the first?
38.
Is a critical success.
Wonderful. Then he'll take all of this fire, and I will add a little bit more fire. Then I will add some more fire here, and let's add this fire as well. All right, so this is going to be... That's lost. We'll do another one. More fire. We'll do that one. 6, 3, 6, 4, 4. It's 23 plus 11, 35 plus 3 more, 38 points of flame damage.
Okay, so you had 19 doubled is 38.
I rolled 8d6.
So you need to double it for a critical hit.
I think it's normally 4d6.
Oh, you're right. 46 per hit.
So let's
Only hit
double
once.
check real
So
fast.
86 would be
Targets
38.
one or more creatures, make a spell attack against a single creature. On a hit, it takes 2d6. On a critical, double damage. For each additional action, you can fire an additional ray at a different target to a maximum of 3 rays targeting 3 different targets for 3 actions.
It has to be different targets.
These attacks increase your multiple attack penalty after you're done with them all. If you spend 2 or more actions, the damage increases to 4d6. So let's say you just did a double action juicy on him.
Yep.
The first one is the only one we're going to worry
one that
about. So
counts.
that's 4d6 doubled.
Right.
And you have 1 action remaining after that.
So, do I count all 8 that I rolled, or
No.
should I just take 4d6 and
Roll
double?
4d6 again and double it. That way we can screw you over with 4
Fantastic.
ones.
Let me get rid of all the things that weren't
We can do a
6.
lot less damage.
What are the 4 fireballs?
Throw your dice everywhere.
Jesus.
They need it.
All 6s, motherfucker!
4 and a 4 and a 5 and a 3. That is 18 plus 18 is 16 times 2, 32 points of
32
fire
points of
damage.
fire damage. Double checking. It enjoys all of that.
Fantastic.
And you have an action left.
I do. I will place the shield spell upon myself.
All right.
Shink.
Geggy, you are perched on a nice red cushiony chair, weapon not drawn.
Finding the perch of that chair. I take a quick draw action. The bow flips to my hand. I hunt prey That's an action. And I hunted aim. Does this creature have vital organs?
You will have to find out.
I will roll the die. You tell me after.
All right.
Boom, boom, boom. That's 26 to hit.
Sounds nice.
26
20,
is...
20... That was 17. 25 to hit.
Is
No,
it-
plus 2. 27 to hit. There
Is
we
that
go.
your final answer?
That is my final answer.
And it's flat-footed.
Is a miss.
Is a miss?
Yes.
Flat-footed is what kind of bonus?
It's 2 off the AC, which I take care of.
Oh, and this is still a miss then.
Yes.
Okay.
Oof.
I have a seat.
Okay. That is Geggy. It is Jericho, the man of honor's turn.
I look at this thing and I just say, they say the gods make no mistakes, but you are proof otherwise. And I attempt to bond mow this creature. So it needs to make a will DC against my diplomacy check.
Will, okay, ready.
Alrighty, I will make my roll. 19 on the die plus 15 is 34.
You succeed.
All right. So he takes a -2 penalty onto any more of my will stuff.
For like a turn?
It
I believe it's the end of your next.
the target is distracted, takes a -2 penalty to perception, and will saves for 1 minute.
Wow.
dear.
The target can end the effect early with a retort,
By burden on action,
an action.
if it thinks to do so. So that's my first action.
All right.
And then I'm going to cast a 2-action spell with my other 2 actions as I stand there. Vision of Death. So it must make a will save of 25 with a -2.
With its weakened will.
Correct.
Synergizing.
21 total.
Alrighty.
Oh,
It takes 8d6.
What was this spell again?
Vision of Death.
Vision of
Give
death.
me 1d6 if you would, please. All right. So with a success, it's gonna take. With its failure, it's gonna take 8d6 of damage and be frightened 2.
Oh
my gosh.
jeez.
Wow.
This thing is having a rough go with effects.
Should not have crawled out of the bottle.
I rolled poorly, and 23 points of mental damage.
23?
Points of mental damage.
27?
23.
23? What is happening?
Still 23.
What is happening?
I'll say 23 for the third time.
All right, and
And
I
it will be
heard Frightened
27.
2 was on there
Frightened
as
2.
well. This has traits of death, emotion, fear, mental. It enjoys all of those traits and is totally affected by it.
All right.
Juicy.
Oh, nice.
Juicy.
That was awesome.
Okay. Yeah, you got some revenge there. You turned the screaming tendril power back at it. You left one of your own tendrils in it.
And
It got a bad
I do
lift
think
somewhere.
it's, by the way, the description of the spell is a little bit fun. You force the target to see a vision of its own death.
Okay.
Yannick standing right there.
It looks like him.
All right. Hemlock.
Hemlock's going to use his ability 10 paces. It can move up to 10 paces. He's just going to flip around the back of that chair and get a little bit of cover.
All right.
And then he'll use Quick Draw so that 10 paces also draws a pistol. He'll use his feet Quick Draw to draw another pistol.
Double quick draw? That is cool. Like you rolled backwards over the nice cushy chair.
Ugh. That's a 23 to hit.
Not as cool as the draw.
not
Yeah.
hit.
You're
What
more of a
needs
showman with the
Yep.
pistol.
He will fire again, though. 19. That's
Okay.
terrible.
Bang, bang. You almost hit Master Brillmane, who's in the middle of it all.
Good times.
Oh my.
Okay. Is that it? No, you have one more action.
Reload.
Okay. You do a reload. Running across the table comes Meladine, quick drawing her own blade and racing in and attacking twice. And she swings twice and misses. Just hits the weird pincers and cannot pierce through. Master Brillmane steps back away and says, "Watch out for it strikes over here. And Yannick, make sure you duck when it moves here. And Zaldor, you need to cast to the right more." And he starts predicting different pieces of what's to come in the next round with his Seeking and Seer magic. Each of you gains a hero point that lasts just one turn.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Cannot be combined with Omen craziness if you have any of those remaining.
I should burn them. I have 3 of them now.
It is the Canthangian
Question.
creature's turn. Yes.
Has Galen heard the gunshots?
Sure.
Yeah, as soon as he hears those shots, he's running
I'm not
back.
going back to you, slaver.
I hope they shot her.
Maybe I'll get a chance to take her out,
Shoot the
too.
slaver.
It's going to take a certain amount of rounds, though, before you arrive.
betcha.
We have a guest who's in attendance here, a fan by the name of Clay God. Clay God, you can decide how many rounds does it take before Galen arrives.
You need a D20?
How big is this place?
But a D100.
2 rounds. Okay. The creature spends its first action. Nope. Wrong
Stand
guy.
up, right?
Yep.
And that's considered a move action, right?
Oh,
Lord.
Might be.
Yep.
I think so. Stand.
I think it is.
It is a move, has the move trait.
So that will also trigger then attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, with your attack of opportunity, can you use the trip action?
No, it's just a regular.
No, it has to be a strike.
Come on!
And I will strike at it right now. I'm going to re-roll that because it rolled out of the tray. That is an 11 plus 14. So that's I'm thinking about using this hero point.
You get
It would
one.
be a 26. I think that's going to be a miss.
I think that just
So-
yeah.
Although it is feared. 2, right?
It's
So
got
is that
frightened
-2 to its AC? I'm gonna re-roll. I'm gonna use my one temporary hero point. I'm gonna re-roll, and that's good. It's good that I did. I rolled a 15 plus 15 is 30 plus whatever effects it might be under.
Okay, so 30 is your roll.
Correct.
Okay, that is a hit.
And that is 5, 6, 10, 12 points of damage.
12 points of free
Slashing
reaction,
damage.
slashing goodness.
Nice.
All right.
And then I duck.
And then you duck. You duck as the creature races past you, jumps and clambers over the table, knocks Zaldor almost over,
Oh my!
and launches a pincer at Jericho. And you think you hear in your mind telepathically the word bleed as it launches this pincer at you. Pincer's coming at you, poor Jericho. And
right.
before I roll, I have an alert here that we have a full hero point to hand out. Clay God sitting here in attendance. Who gets the hero point? Jericho has been selected for the hero point.
Hot
Think
dog.
here-
Can I borrow some of these?
It's pretty nice.
All right. I got 4 of them right now.
All right. With its
Thank you, sir.
crazy fear and all that in mind, this might be close. A pincer dripping with horrific looking strange goo comes right at you with a 25 to hit.
That's a hit.
Oh,
AC
my
24.
gosh.
Dang it.
25 in fears being calculated.
Yeah, it's all, I've got it all figured in there.
Yep.
All right, you take 22 points of piercing damage as you are Frodo'd without Mithril,
Alrighty.
and then immediately must deal with Canthangian Venom. Fortitude 24, please.
Oh. All right. Fortitude 24.
Yes.
I need to roll a 12 on the die. I roll a 14 on the die.
All right, you
Give me a
have
26.
You resisted entirely. Nice. That's all it could do this round, though. It is Yannick's turn. The creature's moved past you, and it's losing 1 level of fear.
And it's looks like it's not quite in range with Jericho, even though it did that. Is that
Yeah, it's got
correct?
a range 10. It's big.
Okay.
It's got a range 10 feet.
Yannick will try to head to the south of it and use Yeah, and one more to the left, please. If that's 25, that's perfect. And I will use Zaldor for flanking.
Oh!
And I will take my first strike will be a trip.
Your move is already locked in, but in case this changes your mind, you see all the many different faces and eyes this horrific demon is made up of have constant vigil on you. It is unable to be flanked.
I will trip
FYI.
it.
Okay, trip away.
All right, so that's natural 1.
Oh, no!
Although I have a regular hero point from my 1 hero point,
Yep.
You can choose to use. If you choose not to, I'll only give it a free attack with the pincer on Jericho.
I'm gonna. Oh, you know what? It's fine.
Bring it.
I better bank that hero point. I only
Save
have
for
one.
something important.
I'm gonna use that hero point.
Okay.
And rolling, I rolled a 2
Oh,
instead.
no. It's double what you had.
Yes,
100%
absolutely.
better.
Yeah.
All right. That is a
That is my
miss.
second action
And first attack.
and first attack, and my third action will be again an attack.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Oh, wow.
I am
We're bouncing
struggling.
This is a regular attack.
It's gonna miss.
Okay.
'cause it's like a 14.
You
or
are
something.
getting tripped up on this table as you're standing a couple feet off the ground, swinging this Fashard, bouncing off of its thick hide. Speaking of thick old hides, it's Zaldor's turn.
That's me. Wait a minute. It's right in front of me. That changes my confumbling spells just a touch. I believe it's still a good idea to make it a little bit weaker than it looks, especially for dear Jericho. That's in its way. So I will cast Ray of Enfeeblement upon it. It has a Fortitude save of DC 25.
Okay. DC 25 fort.
Yes.
No.
A sphere that looks like a misty milk ball is taken out from inside the
38.
hat. That's too much. He's critically successed. It doesn't even matter. I don't need to describe the spell. Nothing happens. That does mean though that
Is
one
that nothing with a flourish?
action. You're not worthy of a flourish. It's terrible creatures looking at things. I will continue to shield myself.
All right.
Good luck, Saldor.
Geggy, now that you're done mocking him, what else do you do for your turn?
Yeah, really. The creature has
All 3 actions.
I want to see how this plays out.
the creature has
Demoralized.
more or less slopped its way on top onto the table, coming after Jericho.
Yes.
There are other ways out of this room.
Yes.
I will be snatching up Jericho, so moving 2, collecting Jericho, the remaining movement, hauling ass out the door,
Let's
a door
see.
where I know I've
One.
got some range to go.
You're just getting grappled all over the place, Jericho.
And I have a move of 40.
Not with the Jericho. That's as far
Wow.
as you can get with a Jericho.
I can't even see where I'm at.
You're right under it.
Oh,
You are in its
perfect.
mouth.
From there. to down there.
Fantastic.
It's 10 feet
That
away.
was. What is my movement with the Jericho attached to me?
Yeah, you went
From here
there's where
to
you went.
here to here.
So you're south. You jumped over the dining table, grabbed the Jericho, lifted it, the rather chubby gnome, let's be honest, and
All right.
then tried to carry him.
We'll assume the Jericho then is
Chubby.
on the other side of my icon, further away from the creature.
Let's do
Lies,
that.
Slim.
I
Thank
like
you.
that. Yeah, that works good. Okay, great.
And then you throw him, and that's why he's on the other side.
Jericho, you are being pixie handled.
That seems to be accurate. That is being done to me.
There's a light fluttering.
Yeah, all these crazy things. Yeah, I'd been thinking about casting a spell on this creature, but then I realized that it required a fortitude save, and I just saw that was not super effective.
Don't use
against
fort
this.
saves. It does not work to your advantage.
So I am going to do the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my lingering composition, and I'm going to then pour that right back into I gotta where did all my stuff went to different places into a courageous anthem.
All right, lingering composition 23 DC.
Alrighty. I put all of my numbers in different places yesterday. There it
He's
is.
still being manhandled by a pixie.
I am. It's so crazy.
Does that affect the song playing?
I sure
or
thought it was
just-
that man.
All right, I had to look up what my plus was. 33.
Is a critical success
All right, so,
Fantastic.
on the lingering. I
so
don't
we
know
get
what that
three,
does.
3 turns of it.
You.
And what's
And
the
then
song?
the Courageous Anthem. So
Courageous
that's,
Anthem.
everyone gets a +1 to your attack rolls, +1 on all your damage rolls, and +1 to all your saves versus being scared
All right.
from this guy. That was my first action. And
Second,
this guy...
Don't put me down. You still want to be manhandled?
Oh, yeah, you got me right there.
All right.
I like it. He's probably just like up with his angle. He's like, I got a song for this.
Yeah, so,
Just
fine.
being
so,
held
so
up
I'm
like a baby.
actually going to cast the exact same spell that I cast last time, a second Vision of Death on this guy. He needs a will save a second time
Will save.
with that Bon Mo possibly
Still
rolling.
affecting it. And that's -2, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Will and Frightened 1. I don't know if those stack or not. Da, 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 da. Bon Mo is a status penalty. So yeah, we'll say they stack. So 31 is its will save.
All right, so that's a success. It's going to take half damage. So that's poopy. Just one for me, sir. Thank you so much. 5, 7, 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And it's frightened 1, but it already was.
Done. Hemlock. One pistol loaded behind the chair.
Yep, and then I'm going to do a Rockin' Tours reload and try to intimidate it
All right.
and fail terribly with 16.
All right.
And then I will do paired shots and use both weapons at the same
I
time.
believe you only had one reloaded.
I just did a Rockin' Tours
Oh,
reload.
you just did it.
Yeah, I
was
failed
so
the
ex-
intimidation
I was
check,
so excited
but
about that part.
succeeded on reload.
Okay.
Jesus tits.
That's a good one, right?
30,
That's a good song.
31 and a fail, a 20.
All right. 31 is a hit.
Not a critical
9 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
Done.
And that is it.
All right. Meladine charges in from the side, so it's the trio of Zaldor, Yannick, and Meladine on 3 sides around this creature, and she says, watch the claws!
Box it in.
And
Shields!
Protect Jericho.
Where's
Save
the cheese?
Zaldor!
she swings and misses. She swings and critically hits. And slices deep into the creature, and waiting for my screen to reload. For some reason, it's refreshing, and does a juicy 25 points of damage.
That's great.
That's awesome.
There we.
When you say juicy,
Like Juicy
does he have
Couture.
blood on it?
I'm covered in ickle.
Icker.
Is it possible that Hemlock could have this thing get traced?
Thought about it.
We kick it out the tower?
Guys, this was all worth a boat ride.
Or, yeah, my thoughts were I could do that and then we kill him.
Good
And
callback.
It's like I'm dead. But also-
Master Brillmane says, Kegi, make sure you watch out for that chair when you go over there. Hemlock, you need to reload and then shoot, but do it in the different order. And he calls out these different things, and everyone gets a hero point they can use next turn only.
Hot dog. You had to hear
It is the creature's turn.
Bring it.
And it is going to race past. Actually, I won't go too far. Not there. It heads south, gets right next to Geggy, and you want something there,
Yeah.
champion?
Yeah.
As it's running past you?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do my attack of opportunity
All right.
thing with it. Go ahead and swing right now. That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
Which the Fashard also has deadly, so it adds a D8 after the fact, which is then not doubled with the rest of the damage, which I'll do here in a second. So that's 7 plus 6, so that's 13, 26 plus 8.
Nice.
34.
34
Nice. You have
points
a-
of damage.
Do you have a weapon specialty that does something extra?
Oh, plus 2 more. Because that was the deadly.
That's
the-
damage.
That's
Is there a
damage.
trait? Don't you have?
Trait is deadly. Sweep, reach, and trip, and that's it. Yeah, there's no
Because like if I do
correct.
critical with
Yeah,
my bow,
you
I
get
pin
that
them.
Different
expertise
people
thing.
have
Yeah,
different things though. Sometimes it's damage. Sometimes it's the trait.
I'm just unsure.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. That's huge, juicy damage done. The creature
more
is
juicy.
badly injured.
My expertise is plus 2 more base damage when I went up and got weapon expertise
versus an effect.
Yeah,
Speaking of an
still
effect,
that
Is
probably did something to it.
yeah. A pincer arcs over your head, Geggy. You instinctively duck, and it hits Jericho with a 29.
Hey, that hits.
Oh gosh.
You take 20 points of piercing damage.
That's so good.
What's your hit points at now?
1.
Whoa!
Look, I was at 21.
Oh.
Now you're at 1.
Now I'm at 1.
And you feel a burning sensation.
Oh,
Well, it's a good thing I got 104 hero points.
Make a Convention Venom Fortitude 25 roll.
All right, I got a plus 12. Woo! I rolled a 19 on the die.
So that's a
31.
critical success.
You are a success. You resist that poison. That was its first attack. Its second attack is to then pincer you.
Is that a critical resist? That?
No.
Nah.
Pincer is a 29.
That
to
hits
hit.
me for at least 1 point of damage.
20 points of damage.
Well, just count that as 1. It's all the same.
And Jericho is dropped.
Napping.
Does this stay
Never
on?
mind. I'm not going to be able to deflect enough damage.
Yeah,
Is
Your
it?
probably.
reaction's gone anyways.
Probably
yeah.
that's off. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, that's going to go off. And then it will spend its third action grappling you.
Oh dear.
I don't resist that well.
You don't resist that.
But you are being carried by a pixie.
tug of war on Jericho.
You know, it's super hard to carry like a limp child when they fall asleep on the couch.
5 times the weight.
No, it isn't. Oh,
What is your
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Move
what's your
faster.
fortitude plus 10 minus 2 for being
20?
unconscious? Total of 20.
Yeah.
That's not good for you. It then grabs with a critical success with a 31.
Swallow me?
Please don't let us.
You are now restrained. Not only grabbed, but you're restrained by
good.
the
I have a card for
creature.
that.
Okay. It is Yonik's turn as I move Jericho to
It's
in
fine.
front of
I'm
the
fine.
creature.
It's gonna be fine, guys. Everything's fine.
How's this creature looking right now?
It's looking like it is badly injured, and it is slowly yanking and pulling a tug of war between it and a pixie and pulling Jericho to the large pool of blood that it came from.
Can I grapple Jericho?
I
Be a
want
third person in the tug of war.
You can.
Mine.
I will grapple Jericho and
Okay.
take him away from
I feel
this
loved.
creature.
Do you not have Titan Wrestler yet?
I do.
Okay.
I'm almost certain I have Titan Wrestler. Yes, I do have Titan Wrestler.
it's like a
So-
requirement for all champions.
All right, so it is my athletics of 15 plus my roll, right?
Versus its fortitude. Mm-hmm. Okay, good luck.
It's a total of 30.
Yeah, this song's
minus
gone.
any
He's
other
unconscious.
effects, 30.
It has a fear 1 sitting on it.
Yeah.
It doesn't, because it just
Okay.
finished its
Finishes
turn.
frightened, yeah.
And I'm about to take that off right now. Now I'm looking at the numbers. You do not succeed.
Oh.
Okay. So while all of this is happening, the light of Karahel is still flowing from Yannick into Jericho as I'm holding on to him. And while he's being tug of warred with,
Have you seen Starship Troopers when they pull?
he also receives 24.
It's a nasty planet. Above planet.
That's you. That's you, the guy.
Will receive 24 points of healing.
Okay.
I can do that math. What does that put me up to?
24. Through that process, that's probably the move, the grapple, and the heal would be 3 actions.
All right. It is Zaldor's turn.
Wait, were you attempting to grapple Jericho? Mm-hmm. Then you should probably be near Jericho.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. If you don't mind, Derek, moving me to.
So you were not grappling the creature. You were pulling on Jericho.
Correct. I was
Out of
trying to
stance.
basically take Jericho.
No,
not
then
the creature.
you have a hold of Jericho. You were just not able to pull him in any way free. We'll say you do have a hold of him, though, affecting any movement by the creature a little bit.
Okay. Very good. Yeah. And yeah.
Good catch.
Okay.
And keep in mind,
Yeah.
you have
I see what you were trying to do, Yannick. Hold on, Jericho.
Give me that gnome!
Zaldor casts grease on Jericho. A giant sphere that comes up from under my hat and whap! And I slather you in grease to make you as ungrappleable as possible.
Grappleable.
With a flourish!
you made him tasty.
Little droplets of grease everywhere.
Not on the satin!
Okay.
Brewmate's fussing at you for staining his sheets.
Spell grease target. Anyone trying to pick it up must make an acrobatics check or reflex against your spell to do so. Okay.
Did you just make it harder for Yannick to get it?
Yeah, that too.
Hold on tight, Butterfingers!
It's going to be like a wishbone.
All right.
Who gets the big end? That's the question.
We're going to be chasing a slippery Jericho all around the floor.
It's like the greased pig competition.
Yeah.
And
Squeal for me.
I'm uncomfortable saying this. You have successfully greased Jericho.
Yay!
What else would you like to do? There's 2 actions.
Start a fire.
I launch flame. Yes. Well, it's one action left. Let's see. I've got. I will use.
Sticky Jericho.
Saute.
You know what? A force barrage.
Blanche Jericho.
I can do a single force barrage right at the creature with 1 action left to get it distracted and to let go of Jericho.
All right. That's automatic damage,
1,
yes?
2. Yes. I am a.
Isn't it 1 dart per action?
Is 1 dart per action. And I want to make sure that I'm reading this correctly. It is a level 1 spell.
But you have it heightened on.
I have it heightened.
Do you have it heightened?
I do. It's
Okay.
not automatically heightened.
Nope.
It's not heightened.
Then okay.
But I'm casting it at a heightened level, which means I could cast it as a 1 action as a level 4 spell.
Did you prepare it as a heightened spell?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Then no.
All right, it's 1d4 then. Which is 4!
Well done.
Plus
max,
1.
Max
5.
damage of 5.
Ha-ha! Flourish!
Geggy, it is your turn.
It's a less
Finger gun.
It's little finger
How
guns.
else does everyone else do?
Geggy, make a reflex or acrobatics roll, your choice.
Why am I
Hemlock
doing this?
being the originator
To hold on to
of
a
finger
gnome.
guns.
Hold on.
Hold
No,
on to me.
I'm abandoning
Finds a shitty
him.
flourish.
You wipe your hands of the
I've
fair.
been abandoned.
You've been abandoned. I am taking a shot at
I've not
this
abandoned
creature.
you.
This is a hunted
Geggy has.
shot.
No, that's only 1 person.
God bless America. I am re-rolling the 3 natural.
With the Brilmain
Remain
point.
Nice.
point.
Oh, no.
What'd you turn it into?
I'm a cursed Geggy. 3 again.
Oh,
I will spend a normal hero point if I
can
can.
only reroll 1.
Oh, these
Yeah.
are crappy points. Okay. I will make a standard attack then. Whoa. Standard attack. Here we go. That's a little better. 32 to hit.
An arrow strikes true into its bulbous, one of its many hundreds of eyes.
Nice shot.
Plus 3. That is 13 damage.
Okay. More blood juices out. Speaking of which, Hemlock, you're on the west side of this area, this lounge.
I'm going to reload and fire. That's better. 32.
32 is a hit.
11 points of piercing or bludgeoning.
Done. You have an action left.
No shot.
I will reload and... Yeah.
All right. Reload and question your class. Got it.
Bonus due to like partial cover or something.
Against me.
Meladine attacks, thinking she's got it flanked, not knowing that is not possible with the many eyes. She misses, and she misses. A far cry from the critical hit from before. Brillmane steps further away from the creature and says, watch out, Zaldor, you need to be doing, and Meladine, make sure you, and then Galen, make sure, and several heads turn and see Galen has arrived in the battle.
Yay!
We will roll his initiative now, and we will play it as it lies, and he is first. Hold on, let's double check. It is first with Galen. Yeah.
Nice job.
33 initiative. So, new round, Galen has arrived. That was a natural 20 on the initiative roll.
When I come in hard. All right. Assessing the situation.
No,
It's just it's too easy.
We're
Here
going
we
to
go.
assess it. Yep. We're just going to let it go. Galen is eyeing the distance between himself and the creature and figuring out how far
By the
away
creature,
it is.
do you mean Meladine?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the new functionality.
35 feet.
35. All right. So Galen will need to spend 2 actions just to get near it. And will not have any time for any of the usual thaumaturgy goodness, but seeing the dire situation, will simply approach it and strike.
All right, racing towards it. You swing.
And rolling a 6, but feeling the power of Brillmane's
Future seeking.
future seeking, that
Sage-
hero
sage
point. I will
advice.
use that temporary hero point and re-roll that. And we'll get a 17 plus, and this is the problem when I don't have my glasses. 17 plus 16, 35.
Is a hit.
All right, 35 for 14 plus 10 is 24 points of damage.
Huge.
Nice. Good
hit.
hit.
Some might say a juicy hit. Blood is pouring out of this creature as it's trying to yank Jericho towards the blood pool that's about 10, 15 feet behind it. But before it can attempt to do that, the greased Jericho may go. This normally happens at fairs. We get the kids all around and have to chase down the greased Jericho.
It is.
It's called Grease the Gnome.
Tackle the greased gnome, kids.
So he's got memories of his childhood in Edlin home when Galen
that's
and
something
Yannick
else.
would come by a couple years older than him. He's like, oh crap, here they come.
Here it is. That smell
Time to
greasy.
grease the gnome.
Jericho's going to do a lingering composition.
Back in the woods and grease the gnome.
I know what's coming.
I know it's coming.
He's going to do a lingering composition into a Dirge of Doom. So he's going to do his performance check to get the magic number. Roll to 17, gives him a 35.
That is a critical success again.
So
Good
3
performance.
rounds of Dirge
Nice.
of Doom, which is just fear for the bad guy that he can't get rid of.
I'm sorry to interrupt for 1 second, but I love how we're all carrying, pulling, ripping Jericho around, and the whole time he's just hanging out.
Dripping slippery goo.
He gets knocked unconscious,
And
wakes up, and
then
is like, "Oh yeah,
for the next
listen to this chord."
for the next 2 acts, that was 1 action. For the final 2 actions, he's going to attempt to cast Slow.
And I'm fearing 1 on this creature.
Slow me.
So that's a fortitude save. I know he's good at these, but it's what will slow him down.
All right, you cast slow upon
You just
the creature.
will not cast haste on me, will you?
I don't know that's going to help as much as slowing him. Fort 25.
39.
That is a critical success. So he is slowed 12 and dies.
I'm not so sure about that.
Or unaffected, his choice.
I think we'll choose the latter.
All right.
Okay.
But if he'd failed, it would have been super good.
It is the creature's turn, and it is going to strike at you with its pincer to attack first.
Free.
So here's our conundrum.
Yes.
I would have attack of opportunity. Oh no, because he's just striking.
Just striking right
never
now.
Mind. Disregard.
All right, the pincer comes in towards you, and 34 to hit.
That is higher than my AC of 24.
Was it 34? Is that what
34 is higher than
That's
24.
right.
I did
What
the
does
math
your
on that.
Dirge of Doom do?
I think
Frightened.
He's
He's
frightened.
already
And
taken that
I've
into
did
account.
it automatically. I'll double check.
Yeah, so that's higher.
Yeah.
That's a critical high. That's 10
Yeah.
higher.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
That's fine.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
Guys, it's okay.
Yep, it factored it in.
Can you read that note?
All right, you take 50
Okay, that puts me at 0.
points of piercing. You have been dropped, and dropping with a critical adds 2 more to your dying level, so you are now dying level 3.
Bam, bam, bam.
At dying level 5 with our house rule, you have
Es muerte.
perished.
I'm not there yet, so I'm fine.
It then, for its second action, uses its special grab, and it has to make a reflex or acrobatics versus the crazy wizards. It's going to use reflex save with a 23.
If it's against my DC, it's a 25.
It
which means
grabs
fails.
onto you and you slip right out. Can it do it again as part of it?
Does he slip out or does he squirt out?
I almost got it.
Let's not do that because it's probably taking
Taking damage.
Fall damage. There's fall
And
damage.
he's dead.
Boom, boom, boom.
He slides into the fireplace. Whoa!
Greasy ragdoll.
No, he's not Galen.
And then it's going to do a official grapple. It has a bonus called grab where it doesn't affect its multiple attack penalty. And it lost it because you squirted out. So it's going to do a crude traditional grapple. And that gets a missed attack penalty. Is 24?
That's my AC.
I'm afraid it's not. It's 25 is the DC it must make.
Is it going against my AC or his thing? I don't know what it's going for.
No. Well, first it has to get through the slipperiness.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's not a 24 because the fear song is no longer there. It's a 25.
Oh. Well, that is my DC.
Oh, yeah. Let me turn that off.
So
Dang.
it does resist the craziness of your slipperiness. It still has to see if it can grab on. So it is your fort.
And I don't know if this matters at all, but I was still trying to pull Jericho away through all of that.
That
so
will matter in a
not
bit.
one bit.
It'll be a fort. What's your fort plus 10 minus 2?
20.
That's not good. Here it comes. Athletics to grab you. That is a critical success. So it has restrained you. Claw, grab, grapple. It cannot move you this turn.
That was the grease was
The grease was a winner there.
Happy to be a part of it.
Yannick.
Do you have sawdust spell so you can clean up the blood that he's trying to pull into?
You bring up a very interesting point, Geggy. Let's see what I have inside my robes.
Fireball.
So Yannick is still holding on to Jericho at this stage
Loosely.
and will attempt to yank him free
Okay.
from this creature.
Let's do.
Tell me what we need to do
Yeah,
here.
let's do some weirdness.
Got to do a grease check.
This is not going to be easy. This would be. Let's do your athletics versus. Yeah, you got to do the grease check first. Forgot about that. Acrobatics or reflex versus 25.
Just 25, lad. You'll be
For
fine.
reflex,
Yes.
25.
All right. It's
16
slippery.
plus 9 was not, and reflex is not my,
Your one-fingered
Your
mech belt.
fortitude.
yeah.
It's a tentative hold. Now make an
Oh, wait, that's not his belt.
It's not a flute. Make
That's
an
not a pillow.
athletics check versus, we'll say, its fortitude as it's pulling against you.
All right.
Jeez.
18 plus 15 is 33.
That's a pretty good pull.
Is a success. You have pulled Jericho free and no longer has a grab.
So I do that. I basically am in that same motion, covering him completely with my body. I'm also making a impassioned plea to Carahel in that moment to grant me yet one more lay on hands. Please, Carahel, grant me yet one more lay on hands this day. And with my free action, I will do a desperate prayer to Carahel, giving myself another lay on hands. And as I'm providing full cover to Jericho, I am also laying upon hands on
All
him
right.
and bringing him back
Laying
up with
upon
24 more hit points. And I am, the rest of my actions are just covering him up.
So that puts me at 24.
Yeah.
Yes.
You realize that if he goes down to a crit again, he's dead.
That's right. That's why
I'm
I
fine.
am
I'm
providing
fine.
full
Okay,
cover.
Shut up.
Have I mentioned the full cover? I can't stress this enough.
Literally, I have rolled him into a pretzel
He's wearing your armor.
and I'm laying on him.
All right. It is Zaldor's turn.
I know how Haply feels.
Shut up!
Greased and covered.
Haply's going to come in 2 rounds later. What did I miss?
He's gonna come in right now.
I got the extra cheese.
I thought that was our special.
Just to be clear,
That's our special hug, Yannick. What are you doing? You said I was a special boy.
The pretzel.
Oh no! Stop.
Yannick, if I understand correctly, you did not pull Jericho away. You just grabbed him.
Oh no! Like I
He's
mean,
turtling.
I got him free, turned him around away from it, and basically like laid down on top of him.
All right.
So we are like, it's basically my back is to this creature, and Jericho is underneath me.
Is your shield on your back?
I
My
don't-
shield is actually on my
I don't
back.
think I'm
so
that far away from the creature, am I?
I am technically shielded at the moment.
There is a great pool of blood on the ground. The creature's trying to drag poor Jericho too. But now that the great demon is separated from Jericho, we should keep it that way. Zelda reaches inside his pouch, blah, and pulls out, in fact, 3 different spheres and says, "Squish, flourish!" and transforms each of those onto the ground as they spread across and create a wall of fire across the entire chamber from the west to the east, cutting off the monster from Yannick and Jericho, and I think goes through Geggy.
Let's see. Derek, can you draw a tile of a rectangle?
Take one for the team.
It's probably going to hit
Square
him too.
rectangle template?
I've always wondered how flammable pixies are.
Gossamer wings. That means nothing to you.
So
Did you say
Let's
gasoline
see.
wings?
Gasoline wings.
a wall of fire can be created.
You want west to east, you said.
West to east, and if I can do it at a slight angle to prevent singeing poor Hemlock, I don't think Geggy has a choice.
I don't know. Let's see.
If Geggy does have a choice, don't give Geggy a choice.
It's
I'm very feathery, by the way.
I think if you
Very
lay it right, you
flammable.
can get Galen and Geki.
If I do it right, I could do a ring and get everyone around the creature.
Ooh.
Which was a thought I had, but like it's working in the opposite direction of what I
Ooh,
want.
do a ring around it, but with us inside. You're trapped in here with me.
How much damage can Gigi expect?
Thunderdome.
That will be
800 d6. It's not
91.
4d6.
4d6. All right.
You're fine. You got 90.
Jeremy, look at that angle. He's going to drop something down there.
Yeah, that approximately works, unless there's a way we could avoid hitting Geggy at all, which I don't think is possible.
Doesn't look possible.
Yeah, all right, so let's not do that then.
All right.
That's perfect. But it can go, it is a 60-foot wall, so I could go edge to edge, possibly.
The whole place.
The whole place.
Okay. Well,
Is this place full of books?
This is a lounge. It does have
Okay.
some books for sure.
Right.
It did.
Used to.
This is Wall of Fire?
Yes.
Does this do anything if you're standing in it when it starts?
Oh, let's see.
Other
You
than-
raise a blazing wall that burns creatures passing through it. You create either a 5-foot thick wall of flame in a straight line up to 60 feet and 10 feet high.
Last sentence. Any creature.
That crosses the wall or is occupying the wall's area at the start of its turn takes 4d6 fire damage.
Keep that in mind.
At the start.
So nothing now.
Start of its turn.
Should I just hold on to that?
Yep, that doesn't even count.
Doesn't
Don't
even,
worry
it's
about
not even a roll.
Start of my turn.
Exactly.
Are you done?
That is all 3 actions for Zal.
All right, it's Gegi's turn. Go ahead and roll
This
4d6
lounge is on
damage.
fire.
Let me grab that for you. I've got fireballs right here.
And if I move out of it, I also take this damage?
Nope.
3, 4, 2, 3. That's only 12 points of flame damage.
And
12
you
points
get
of flame.
is there any saving throw
No.
versus
No.
that? Jeez. All right, just straight
It's a
fire.
wall of flame, my friend.
Enjoy your fire.
So instead of using this to the advantage of burning the creature, you burn the Gegi.
It should be burning the creature as well. That's the
okay,
idea is
okay.
hitting him and concealing
you
Jericho. It's a 5-foot wall.
Gegi, what you got?
I have an attack coming on the creature.
You gonna move first?
No, it's more thematic. If I get the fire, gossamer wings and all.
That's awesome.
Fuck you.
Walks out slowly with his hair billowing behind him.
Just partially metal.
Stand by. If you are there, there's a concealed thing going on, but you're point blank. We'll say no conceal. Go for it for you.
Also, if it matters, my hunt prey removes cover conditions and conceal.
Okay, perfect.
Just don't care.
Just don't care. Taking a shot. Here we go. What is that? 16. Blah, blah, blah. 28. Is that a good one? Can't remember if that's a good one or not.
It's close.
It's close. Right in there.
It's the neighborhood.
28.
I think it hits because I think it's
Yeah,
38
this would
critted.
be 28. 30 is the total hit.
30 is your total number?
Yep.
Is a hit.
Nice.
Fantastic. That is 15 points of damage.
Another arrow buries deep. The creature still stands.
Taking another shot.
This is a regular shot.
Regular shot. This is a 11. Is he 26?
You get 2 more?
Dr. Koala Bear says this is fairy fire spell is what it is.
Not for the second
Very
shot.
fired.
26.
26 is not a hit. That is a miss.
All right.
Okay, it is.
Wait, was that 2 shots or 3? Was that 3 actions?
That's 3 actions.
His first one is a
shots.
2 action with a +2 aim, which is really cool against high AC people. All right, Hemlock.
Oof, okay, I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna basically move up behind that chair to the north, so I can unobstructively shoot at this guy without.
Oh, there's flamey fire right there.
Yeah, where it's all the whole room, I think, is what we said. Or is that
Not
a 60
quite.
feet?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it does end there.
Oh, perfect. All right, I stand corrected. Derek's got it where it needs to be.
And I will shoot this.
Good catch.
39.
Yeah, buddy.
That's a hit.
Is a hit.
Just a hit?
Just a hit.
What?
I'm so sorry.
11 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
All right. Another shot. A gout of blood shoots out. It moans, does not fall over, and is still standing.
I will use one more movement and get right next to it.
Oh, don't you dare give the kill to that.
I can't. I'm all empty.
Oh, this is gonna be so dissatisfying.
Meladine, she attacks 3 times.
Critical.
Misses, badly misses, and hits. She hits for 12.
Maybe if you'd been here at the beginning, she wouldn't be getting that kill.
The creature still stands. Barely alive. Brillmane continues to call out, well, I'd really just focus on the fire. And it is a new round. It is Galen's turn, and everyone has a Brillmane point.
That was just an observation.
The room is on fire.
I like that, coach.
All right. Having a chance to orient himself now, being in the room, and seeing the nature of this creature is that of a demon.
Oh, it's not a fiend, is it?
A little late.
Well, because if it is, it takes an extra 8 points of damage off that critical.
Oh, well, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
And yes, it is.
Galen will...
Did I explain how I took it down?
Galen will use his exploit vulnerability and attempt to understand the nature of the beast.
So be careful looking into its eyes.
Is a 13 plus 17 is a 30.
30 is a success.
Tell me all about it.
This is your stupid thing. I gotta look up. There it is. A success. You learned its highest weakness, but not anything else you can exploit. Okay, so you know about this creature. Its highest weakness is cold iron, and it takes 11 extra damage, and it suffers cold iron.
Ooh.
Galen's sword begins to have a soft mist coming off of it as it appears that frost kind of coats the edges of the blade. And then with that knowledge in mind and a gleam in his eye, Galen strikes. And that will be a 32.
Late to the party, Galen, take this creature down.
So sinks, just runs it through with the sword, and as the cold iron intersects with its flesh, it starts boiling, and the flesh tearing away from where the sword makes contact, and then it just keeps dissolving and disintegrating into a pool on the floor.
Creature's dead. There's blood everywhere. People are in shock and horror. There's still a wall of fire.
No, I'll take care of that, and flourish.
And we will take our break there. We will be right back and try and collect what the hell just happened. We'll be
Told
back
you
in
it
a
was
little bit.
fine.
Well, I've never seen that blood test go like that before. I'm so sorry.
What did you do?
I don't know.
What happened?
I don't know. Let's try it again. Here, come over here, and I will.
Hold on a minute.
No, that seems like a wise choice. I don't want to be carrying whatever that is around. Can you stop whatever that was? Keep that from happening again.
Here, and he gives you a same vial that he gave Hemlock.
Okay.
See if you can transfer this. Good luck.
Oh, come over here, bleed a little bit for me. Bromane.
Master Bromane, we believed the particular hell where Jericho's blood was left to be destroyed. It collapsed around us. How would a demon be summoned to this plane from a hell that no longer exists?
Well, I think the better question is, why on earth would anyone leave their blood behind in hell?
We were younger and more foolhardy, maybe.
It was in payment for a boat trip.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Well, when I was young, we cast little spells to make little rabbits appear and stuff. We didn't leave our blood in hell.
Well, you didn't have the same childhood we did.
It sounds like hell.
Well, what? Well, we killed a demon lord that was terrorizing our city.
Mr. Quintillions, comes Squire Haply. Let me help you. And he comes over.
Oh, I know where you can help me.
And he...
Don't be weird with my squire.
On your knees, boy, and help him out.
You're not currently bleeding, are you, Haply?
No.
Okay, that's good. I want to make sure that you
I'm
didn't get
keeping
hurt.
a close eye on Jericho now. Make sure he doesn't
Jericho, put the knife down.
misabuse my squire.
If anyone's going to abuse him.
That's correct.
And he starts treating your wounds, Sir Haply, Squire Haply. Sorry, Squire Haply. Sorry.
You call him Sir Haply?
So sorry.
I get yawning. He gets Sir Haply? What the hell?
He is the first squire of Carol.
I'm out.
Remember, you can't spell squire without S-I-R.
But Haply's healing you.
Yes.
Oh, Haply's Healing House?
This I can do quite well.
appreciate that.
Melodine cleans off her sword on the remains of the creature, which itself is starting to melt into a bloody mass.
Oh, can I do my demon thing that Brillman just gave me on the creature before it disappears?
Sure.
I'll try and do the thing he said, because I have plenty of blood coming out of me currently.
All right.
I will attempt to do whatever that process he was talking about.
What was
I'll
that
ask him
process?
the process of some of my blood into the thing with the bottle, but I'll ask him how to do it.
Okay. Proceed.
I will proceed to do it. I'll do some of my blood, and I'll kind of like. So I take a little bit of my blood and I put it on something else. Can I do it with this dead thing?
No, weren't you listening at all?
Well, I was, but then things happened
An
since.
animal or a man. That is about as far from an animal as you could get.
No, a couch would be farther.
That won't work.
Okay.
I just saw Brillman go. That won't work.
What is
Okay,
he?
so-
Zeldor, all is forgiven now that I see what you're dealing with.
So not anything with blood in it.
An animal or a man, mankind, an elf, a human, a gnome.
Oh, so it doesn't have to be a man. All right, you are not that clear, but I got your idea now.
What on earth is he talking about?
What is Earth? Are you talking about?
Did you take a knock to the head, Saldor?
In the land of Iran, there's always a question about that one.
Oh, let me get you two. And he takes out a large knitting needle and approaches you.
And Galen holds his sword out at Brillman. What the
Galen.
hell?
Put your sword away. He was testing our blood to see if we've been tracked.
And he summoned a demon.
I have been tracked. Everybody else was fine. And then
Not everybody else was fine.
Jericho's went haywire.
Yours
Remember
could
the
go
blood he
haywire.
left behind in hell?
I think we all bled in hell, but
No,
I don't
but
know.
remember the
that.
boat?
Yeah.
No.
Summoned a demon.
What?
Well, it was right here.
Settle down.
They just killed it.
But let
All
him
right.
take a drop of your blood.
Have at it, Brillman.
Bro.
Why do I feel my vulnerability has been exploited? Vulnerable to sharp things. He pokes you and dips it into a vial and swirls it around, and nothing unusual happens. You look well, my friend.
It's not
Feel
unusual.
well.
Oh.
Are we safe then?
Well,
Maybe ours is bad because we didn't get swapped for duplicates.
Jericho and I have some problems, but we have a way to solve it. So
That's true.
we just need to find a subject, an animal.
Well, is Jericho actually infected, or was that looking at Bromane? Like, what did
I
take
have-
from the result of that blood test?
I have never experienced anything like that before. It's always dealt with the blood witches and them following the poor soul with their magic.
Let's try it again.
Posit based on
Let's
the set of
pause.
knowledge that you do have.
Stab him. Okay.
What are one or two possibilities? You're a learned man.
He's a wounded three. This is our best chance.
Conjuring. You have conjuring gnome blood, perhaps running through your family.
Mostly it's musical, but that's close.
I don't see any musicality involved in this demon.
Well, we didn't give him much of a chance, to be honest.
Well, Brillman, let's suppose this real quick. If they did go through hell and he did leave blood in the manner of a pact or a contract, I assume, for some reason, that you mentioned that you'd not all spilled blood, but you specifically gave blood. Is it likely that there is a different type of infernal tracking that would have been following Jericho's blood, that your test, when using the magic of scrying and a detection if there is a spell attached to him, would have also worked in the infernal sense of a conjuring form as well. So not only, in fact, was he being traced, but he was being followed.
Or hunted.
Waiting or hunted, perhaps, with a particular motion in time.
It's quite possible that that could be the case. I think there's only one way to make sure of that.
What's that?
Shing! Let us test it a second time.
I'm game.
Then come here.
All right.
And he takes his needle and stabs it within you
And
and takes
ready.
it.
Yeah, before that's happened, the Vishard goes away and Sword and Shield comes out. Yeah, so and I'm
Reload.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fine. Don't worry. It's all fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
and like I'm standing literally
Galen ready's
like
in action.
shoulder to shoulder with Jericho at the moment.
All right. And he puts it into the thing and swirls it around, and gouts of blood come shooting out like crazy, vomiting like a fountain everywhere. And pincer-faced claws come out as a creature appears.
Oh my god.
We have a battle on our hands. And
We have proven a hypothesis!
They would never be stupid enough to do it twice.
the good news is you guys can
Could have
choose.
happened again.
You can choose exactly where you are at the start of this battle. And the creature is here. We have, hold on.
I suggest Jericho is as far away from it as possible.
He unfortunately was not.
I have to be right next to it
He
because
was
it's
the
my
one
blood
being
that's
tested.
scouting.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
She will be chilling out on her chair. Where you can have Derek move the rest of you wherever you would
Yannick
like
is
to be.
just to the north of Jericho, sword and shield in hand.
And Galen will be just to the south.
Yes. Zaldor will be next to Brilmain, as this was part of their interesting discussion and was interested in the possible effects.
And Motto will be behind his chair once again.
And might I make note that Jericho is at wounded 2 by my math.
3.
Wounded
three.
3.
No,
he
it was
he
dying 3. And when you recover, you add 1 to your wounded level. So you're wounded 1, no matter how high your dying
okay.
is. So you're wounded 2.
Well, at least he's going before the creature.
We
Yes.
haven't
So good.
rolled yet.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
The creature was very fast.
Also, everyone stay as far back as possible in case we need to surround it and fire.
So dying 3 doesn't become wounded 3.
Correct.
Oh, sweet. I don't know how to die.
Surrounding it in fire is how it stops getting through things. It's a valuable thought, Yannick. You don't need to keep looking at me like that. You know I'm right.
Jericho, how do you feel about, or Alan actually, how do you feel about playing a slaver swordswoman as a character?
Question.
A reformed slaver.
Question. Can there be a storyline that progresses it towards being Galen's second wife?
Master Brilmain says, I have lots of heroes that come by through here often, by the way, and I'll tell them where you're headed. All right.
This was not what I thought actually was going to happen. I had other thoughts.
All right. So we have a couple challenges ahead of us, but 2 things are going to happen. Both of them are going to fall upon the hands of our audience member, Clay God, who is sitting beside me
Hi,
here.
Clay God.
There is
No
a hero
pressure.
point that needs to be given out. Who is that going to go to? Chris,
Nice. Yannick, you
aka Yannick, is getting that hero point, and one person is a little more on edge than the other and gets a bonus of +3 to their initiative before I roll. Who is that going to be? To Galen. All right, we are rolling initiative for this original new fight. Everyone is where they want to be. Is that good?
You just said an hour and a half in the last one, right?
It should only
Title
take
should
50.
definitely be The Bards Never Learn.
Yeah.
Fool me once.
Well, it depends on how it ends up.
Yeah,
There's no way it happened again.
Can't blood demon me again.
so dumb.
All right, any last changes before
Any
for
last
Derek
words?
here for your positions?
No, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at.
Oh, put me behind the original chair, yeah.
I'm just going to say I have 3 hero points right now, and I'm looking for ways to burn all of them.
Okay. All right, here we go. Rolling initiative with +3 will be going to Galen.
Go, Galen.
And Galen will be first
Jericho.
with a 34, essentially.
Where's Geggy
We
there?
got Geggy first.
Looks like Geggy's first.
And Jericho, no, I've got to add his +3 to it. So that is 34. And then we have,
No, you're last.
and so it's going to be Galen, Geggy, Jericho, then the creature
Amazing.
is the order. So first up is Galen.
What do I still have?
I think I have to apply exploit vulnerability again. It doesn't carry over, correct?
It does not.
Well, definitely need to get that extra damage boost. So Galen's eyes flutter back and he attempts to exploit vulnerability and rolls, I think, the exact same roll as last time. That is a 33.
33? That is not what you rolled
I rolled a
last time.
35 last time. I rolled a 33 this time.
Similar. It's in the same boat.
That is a success, yes.
Cool.
Yes.
We're going to guess plus 11 to cold iron.
Good guess.
Hope that's the one.
You have guessed a weakness of Holy 11.
Holy.
Ooh.
It's weak to holy. Yannick.
Oh, this is like the cousin.
And it is a fiend you're pretty confident of, Yannick,
We're going to use that
with
this
your
time.
fiend oath.
Fiend's Bane.
Okay.
Does that require you to seek out and defeat fiends?
Yes.
So does that mean at the conclusion of this scenario, knowing how to draw a fiend into this world?
We're in an endless loop
Okay.
of stabbing Jericho.
That's not how it's going to work.
That's what my character would do. Hold still, Jericho.
Let us fulfill my oath.
All right, this thing needs to go down. Galen snaps sword upright and lashes out.
Good luck.
And will use his hero point.
Why?
Because he rolled a 6, which is not going to be anywhere near enough to get through. So we'll re-roll that one and hope for something better to avoid that. 6 into a 1. That's not much better. That's only a 7. So the total chance to hit on that is 23.
Is a miss. I also have 2 adjustments I need to make initiative-wise for Meladine, so she moves up to 20, and Brillmane moves up to 18. There was a modifier not included. That's actually good news for a couple people going behind them. If you think about it. God dang it. There he is. 8. What did I say? 18? So that is your initiative now. Okay. Galen, do you have one more action?
Yeah, I think the last action will be is the save against intimidating glare willpower? I believe it is,
I
right?
believe that's demoralize.
Yeah. So Galen will attempt an intimidating glare on this creature.
Well, will DC, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
Your intimidation.
does not have to speak the same language, but he gives it an icy stare and rolls a 23.
23. It ignores you entirely.
So good.
I like the one eyebrow and all the eyes.
Yeah.
It rolls 1,000 eyes at you and moves on.
Oh boy.
Geggy, would you like to pierce some arrows into this plump little turkey?
I very much would. I quick draw, because I imagine I put the bow away.
I mean, I think we would have had the bow out.
Yeah, everyone, all weapons were out on this one.
Hunted prey on this creature, and then the hunted shot.
+2 for 2 actions. Trying to get through its armor.
Good God. I need to hero point a natural 1.
Ooh.
I'll allow it.
That is 26, 28 to hit.
28 is a miss.
And I will have a seat.
Jericho, it is your turn. Might I suggest you make it a good one?
Well, there's all sorts of things I could do.
Run, please.
Run!
Oh, well, I'm in a room. It's all going to be fine. You guys are going to take care of this thing. I'm going to energize.
Get out!
Run for the chopper! I'm going to energize Font and for my first action and return a one of my focus points to myself. And then I'm going to, again, bond mow this thing.
Okay.
I'm just going to look at it and go, I'm not angry. I'm just very disappointed. And again, it's going to be my roll versus his roll.
His will.
Yep.
Good luck.
All right. I got
You're just disappointed.
29.
29 is known as
A number.
a miss.
Not disappointed enough.
All right. And then I need to help all my friends. I will linger in composition into a courageous anthem.
All right. Standing toe to toe with the creature, singing the songs. It is the creature's...
I rolled a natural 2. I will burn one of my multiple hero points. I rolled a 17. That will give me a 35.
Who has treat wounds as a skill? Trained.
Oh, hang on.
I'm trained in
Different
medicine.
character.
Medicine, yes.
Yeah, that would be me.
What is your treat wounds
Also-
hit point stat? Do you remember that one?
I don't offhand.
I had it on
mine
the
is
previous
5.
level that we did it.
The health stat thing?
You're
The
gonna
number
check
that
for
I
this
give
check?
you guys.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I
don't
I
know.
also have 5, 2d8s.
So 2d8. What the hell are you talking about?
That's 2d8 for treat wounds.
No,
with
it's not what I said. Okay.
Plus
so-
5 every time.
I mean, we probably would have healed up Jericho. I know we didn't
Oh,
actually say that, but
Haply said he was working on it.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
happily healed him.
Yeah.
Just
All
never
right.
got a number.
Let's get you up to full. Let's give that a chance. The creature is
Because
going.
you've decided not to back up at all and stand within its reach. So that's
Stinger comes flashing at you
Super
quickly. Oh, that looked good, but that was an initiative
Jericho,
roll.
you didn't run.
30 to hit.
That hits.
You have been hit for 15 points of piercing.
Oh
Yes.
I will use my reaction to Amulet's Abeyance that.
Okay.
So Galen flashes his
well.
amulet
Before you
forward.
do that,
Okay.
allow me my attack of opportunity because if I crit it, I interrupt it.
Okay.
But it's attacking.
A crit will interrupt.
Attack of opportunities are not triggered by attacks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
Yep.
Carry on.
So the Amulet's Abeyance on the gives +8, I believe.
All right. You take 7 only points of
I need
piercing.
Jericho to run so I could attack of opportunity.
And you do
I'm sorry,
take
+9.
6 points of damage. And you have to make a Thangian Venom poison roll, Fortitude 26.
And gains 5 resistance to that type of damage until the start of my next turn.
Okay, it's different damage type. No, good to
Okay.
know.
You said a fortitude?
Fortitude 26.
Yeah, I have a plus with this, a plus 13. Oh, no, not with that. Plus 12. What number did you say I needed?
26.
I'm going to use another one of my hero points.
Why would you roll?
I rolled an 11 on the die with a plus 12 gives me a 23.
It's not enough. I'm just saying it out loud in case you're worried.
Okay, then I'll use one of my hero points because that wasn't enough. And I'll roll a second time. I rolled a 19 on the die
Ooh.
for a 31.
31
Yes.
is a success. You shrug off the poison. That was its first attack with the stinger. It
So I guess
will
I'm fine.
strike a second time with a 27 to hit.
That's a hit.
And
Barely.
hits for 19 points of minus
-5.
minus 5 for
Minus 9
the cool. For what?
for my what is it? Retributive strike, where I can it's the retributive strike. So the range reprisal, I give 9 resistance.
9 plus
With-
your 5 is 14. From 19, you only take 5 points.
Told
with
you guys I'm
all
fine.
of these powers coming in to protect you. However, the poison you still have to roll against.
All right. And you said that's a 26?
26 fortitude.
All right.
I do get an attack.
I rolled a natural 20.
Wow. Okay.
Let's summon another one.
Again, we will be level 10 by the end of the night.
Jericho, you not only resist it, you're going to be +3 to resist this poison for the rest of the battle.
Yay.
Did you have
All
something,
right.
Chris?
I did. I have a retributive strike.
To attack it with.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And that is a 17 plus 15 plus 1, so
33.
33.
Is a hit.
Is there any
34.
Is still a hit.
Is there any fiend bonus that you
So with that, my Fiend's Bane Oath, your retributive save gains a +4 circumstance bonus to damage against a fiend, or +6 if you have master proficiency, which I do not.
So a +4 extra damage.
Yes. So
Is there like a verbal component where you have to like say a quatrain every time?
Nope.
You gotta
With
say,
this blade,
yeah, you gotta say
I
something.
slay the demon.
Go back to where you came, foul demon.
There we go.
Go back to hell. And that is 3 plus 6, 9 plus 4, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of
Plus
damage. 14 points of damage.
Nice.
Not bad
That
for
was
outside of your turn as a
Action.
tank.
Yep.
That was its second action. Its third action is to attack again with the stinger. Shoot, shoot, shoot. 3 in a row. God bless America. 32 to hit on a third attack.
Jericho, run!
It's a simple hit.
You've been hit for, where is it at? 16
Minus
still
5.
-5. That is
Still.
amazing
That's a lot
value.
of-
I don't give you any
So
more.
11?
11 points of piercing. What's your health at?
56.
And you have yet again a Cathangian Venom 26.
With a +3. And my +12, +15, 14 on the die, 29.
You shrug it off yet again. That is what, 4 or 5 times now in the last hour you've done that?
Whatever. Whatever.
All right.
Hardiest little gnome we know.
Cool as a cucumber.
You hear from a comfortable chair, I'm just trying to drink my wine. And she charges in Meladine with her sword and gets in 1 attack only with running across the room.
She has
and
to put down the wine.
that is a miss, unfortunately. It is that person's turn. That person's name is Squire Haply.
That's Haply's picture. That is not how I pictured Haply.
Happily is smoking. Woo! Now do things make sense?
I told you.
Put the mask back on. The gimp mask.
That's not how he looked when the adventure started.
Yannick, why are you looking at me like that?
Where's
You know why.
He took off his nerd glasses from the romantic comedy. Didn't care. All right.
Haply Diaries.
Does he have a weapon other than a wooden sword?
Yes. He would have a dagger.
Okay. He is charging in with said
Haply,
dagger.
stay back.
He charges in,
Oh my God,
strikes,
you idiot.
says what?
Stares at you looking.
Misses, and then goes back. Master Brewmane says, well, don't do that to Squire, and then starts calling out again. All right, we know how this worked before, the same as before. Make sure you do this and that and fall back there, and make sure you miss a bunch of times behind the chair, and here we go. And everyone gains a Brewmane Seer point,
Hey.
a hero point you can use in lieu of a hero point. It is Hemlock's turn. You're on the other side of the room, crouched behind a chair.
Yep. I'm gonna do paired shots. Fire both guns.
Both shots at the same time.
Oh Jesus, I'm rolling like garbage tonight. 31 to hit, and a 28.
You hit once.
Do you have those?
Oh, 32 and a 29.
You hit once.
Okay.
Oh,
11 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
Bang, done.
And I'll reload once.
Okay. It is Zaldor's turn.
Yannick,
Oh,
what?
hold on.
All right.
That miss, I have a hero point. I'm gonna reroll that.
You have a Brillmane point.
Brillmane.
Yeah.
That's nope.
All right. Zelda,
can't all be
do you
winners.
have any
That's
spell slots available left?
Yes, I have a couple up my sleeve, as it were.
How many spell slots have you used from the previous battle?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was 5 spell slots.
What was the highest level spell slot?
Well, that was a level 4 then.
As you are a wizard in a Tower of Selection background, you have drawn from the tower and reclaimed in that hour one of your highest level spell slots.
Wonderful. I have a great idea. Let's use it. Yannick, watch your feet. And Zelda will reach inside, pull out 3 small spheres again.
No more
With a
grease!
Splash, throw it on the floor in a giant ring around the creature, and wow! Creates a great ring of wall of fire around the demon. It's 10 foot.
Is Geggy in this
circle around.
mess?
Yes.
Maybe a circle.
Are you serious? Oh, Jesus. The next arrow would have been
Yeah, that'll work.
Hunted Prey Zaldor.
So it again is still a 5 foot thick wall, of course, but rather than being a straight line, it is now a 10-foot radius ring, completely surrounding the blood pool that is on the ground, and currently the horrid demon
Nice.
should stay encapsulated within the fires.
Is that all your actions?
I feel like I should not use any more. Yes, that's all 3.
Yannick, you are last to go in this round.
Yannick, sword and shield in hand, will take a mighty longsword swipe down upon this creature overhead, aiming for appendages.
Watch the fire, please.
And I rolled a 7, so I am going to take a Bromane hero
Brillmane.
Rogaine, hero point.
hero point. And instead, I will whirl worse. And I will miss. That's my first attack. Second attack, I will do more of the same at plus 9, 16, plus 10, 26. It's going to be a miss.
Miss.
And I will raise my shield.
Shield is a
Do
third.
Gnome tossing.
I mean, the gnome's making his own decisions at this point. If he wants to stand here and die, that's his choice.
It
Take
is
it back.
Run, Jericho!
Galen's turn. Start of the round.
So there's a giant wall of fire in front of me.
Ringed around, yes. Oh, and anyone attacking. No, it's kind of bulging out. You can still see it.
That's what she said.
Okay, so
You don't want her seeing your ring of fire.
It's bullshit.
we can safely strike
Yes.
through the ring of fire.
Yes.
Okay, well then Galen's sword
So is
glowing
it
with
counting as it is in the fire and it will burn
At the start of its turn, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so Galen's sword glowing slightly with this holy energy,
And fire.
slices through the fire and takes a cut at the demon. Oh, Galen rolled terribly again with a 4,
Bromane
and we'll
hero?
use a Brillmane point to re-roll that. That's more like it. All right.
Like I said, swing that way.
Yes, very insightful. 18 plus 16 is 34.
That's a hit.
All right, so that is 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 10 is 17, plus 11 is 28.
28. Biggest hit so far.
That was my first action.
What type of bonus?
Second action.
What type of bonus is that?
Status.
To an attack roll?
Attack rolls, damage
Cool.
rolls, saves.
Galen
versus
wants
fear.
to try that intimidating glare again. I've got this time.
This is demoralize.
Yeah.
Before you do so, demoralize. Regardless of the result, the target's immune for 10 minutes.
Oh, so it can't do it again.
Sound like a muppet.
Yeah, I know.
I throw the fish away, and it comes back to me.
Who the hell is that?
That's
boomerang
the
fish
boomerang, the bomb guy.
And I gotta tell you, that was a perfect impression.
I don't know who that
That
is.
was pretty darn good.
It
He's
was
the
a pretty great
the
impression.
nasty bomb guy, the trench coat jacket and the long nose.
All right, back to the adventure.
Gonzo?
No.
Galen, you had an action.
Yep. Galen's going to.
You are out of your Muppet lore.
I am.
Strike again, one more time.
Well, you can't name him. Then.
And will miss
Okay.
completely. But with his third action, Galen will carry Jericho as far as possible away from the demon.
Are you next? You are.
Directly to the west.
Wait, am I still greasy?
That hasn't come off. Let me see how long ago that was.
I think it lasts a minute.
Confirming. Grimoire.
Geggy, you're up.
1 minute. Yep, it's done.
Giggy is taking a shot. I've got him hunters marked.
Can you
The
also
hunted shot.
keep a Jericho right behind me?
Good lord, I need better rolls. Spending the Bromane point. Ooh. Jesus, natural 1.
Oh,
All right,
go.
that's my turn.
You're here with a natural 1. I will give it a free defensive attack against the knight that is in front of it, and it will do a quick free pincer attack.
Oh, I do have another attack.
37 to hit.
Sirionic.
Will crit.
That will crit?
Crit
Yeah.
with a shield up.
Because I have 27 with my shield up.
Oh, no.
He gets criticaled. What?
Let's get critical. Critical.
All right. 30. I mean, that's a lot, but I was expecting a lot more than that. 30 points of damage. It did not roll high. That's
Rolling
slashing, if that
Last
matters.
attack.
Because you
It
have
doesn't.
armor,
Miss.
your heavy plate, your bonus.
Oh, yeah, it does matter.
Yeah.
I get 3 less, is it?
I think it's 3.
With resistance?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
3 less damage.
Nice.
Yep.
Geggy,
It's,
what was that?
27.
I missed you. What you
That
said.
was another standard attack. That was a miss.
Okay, that's it.
That's it.
Jericho, you have been pulled maybe 20 feet away from this creature on top of a table.
All right, I'm going to back up 30 feet away from the creature for my first action.
Gonna head right back to the creature.
I've got
Step forward. Heal.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna do a spell before I go, and then I'm gonna back up if that's all right. Before I go, I'm gonna cast Blistering Invective, keeping insults and invectives spewing from my mouth upon the creature.
What's an invective? I haven't used that word in a
Is it
sentence
insults?
ever.
Insults?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna-
cutting remark.
What's it called?
Invective.
Blistering Invective.
Blistering.
The level 2 spell.
I see
heap
it.
insults and invectives, words so devastating my foes burn from the intensity of my diatribe.
This is good.
What did you call him?
I said, no wonder you're here. Hell didn't want you anymore.
Nice. Nice. Solid.
And he has to make a will save 25.
Okay.
Good thing. Thank you.
Here comes the will save. Will save is a 30.
That is a success. He takes half of my persistent fire damage. So I deal 2d6 persistent fire damage.
Don't roll that at all.
Okay.
So he is taking, where did it go? There it is, blistering. I love this stuff. So he's going to take 1d6 persistent fire damage until it doesn't.
Persistently.
Yeah. So it takes that at the end of its turn, I believe.
Wow.
So does it make does it take an action to try to put itself out or something?
It can, or
Okay.
just hope for
Just
that
go
flat
through it.
15 or higher.
Yeah,
Is how it works. Okay. You take it at the end of each of your turns, and then you
And
roll
then I
flat.
move my 30 feet.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Interesting. It is that creature's turn, I believe. Yep.
Do you guys hate
One,
me?
two,
Do you guys
three,
hate me less
4.
now? Do you hate me less?
Nobody ever hated you.
6663.
It takes flaming ring damage.
21 points of flame damage.
All right.
Nice.
That's a good roll.
Blame me.
And then it moves.
I take flaming ring damage every time I eat Chipotle.
As do we all. Can I roll the attack of opportunity as it attempts to move out of my range?
Yeah, as long as you haven't used your reaction already.
I
Yeah.
have not.
Go for it.
I'm going to use the hero point that I was given by our dear clay god and roll again because I rolled a 3. Instead, I'm going to roll a 5. So,
That's so much better.
Yeah, so a total of 21 to hit.
All right. The creature races in between the ranks of the group. It takes 2 actions to go the other side of the room towards Jericho.
Does Galen get attack of opportunity as it goes by him?
Do you
need
have the attack of opportunity feat?
No. I just thought I would ask.
Does Jericho get one just as it comes up to me?
No.
Galen,
Okay.
Zaldor would like to try an attack of opportunity. If that's
Have at it.
what flourish.
I think
Not
you
like
should.
it.
What about the couch that runs along?
All right. 29 to hit
That's a
with
hit.
a pincer on Jericho.
Simple hit.
22 points of slashing.
Okay.
What's your health at?
34.
34. That's it, though. It took 2 actions to get there and pin you against the wall, kind of.
I'm fine. Fine. Just it's good. We're good. It's acceptable.
Meladine goes chasing after it. What is happening this morning? And she charges and gets 2 attacks.
You know how doors open in the rooms? I feel like I'm pinned
breakfast
to a
with the
door that opens in there.
There is
Stop inviting her into our things.
There's a door to the southeast I'm pinging here that you can.
Repeatedly doing the same dumb thing over and over again.
What's the who?
A door.
There's a door there.
She misses and she hits.
What?
She does +7, 12 points of damage with a slice.
Well, I thought I was running for a door, but I'm running for a space between bookshelves. Whoops.
Feels like a door to you.
Can we be moving Jericho closer to whatever door there was, since that's where he intended?
Haply says, okay, I'll heal him then. And he rushes over to
God.
heal. Right between the creature and Jericho with his back to the creature.
Brave Sir Haply.
And he does some medicine upon you. This will be 1 roll for the combat. That is a success.
Ooh, happily.
Where is the Ring of Fire present?
+8.
I thought that was the blood.
It was
It's
around the
around.
creature.
Oh, it's
around
around
here.
blood,
too.
okay.
Yeah.
It's burning blood.
He does an amazing 24 points heal, which is pretty high for him, upon you.
All right.
Nice
And
job,
seems
Haply.
as surprised. It worked as he wraps you up.
I'm doing so good right now.
Master Brillmane says, yes, again, you need to all work together, but maybe head towards the door. And he gives everyone their Brillmane seer points, and I don't have him here. Let's grab someone.
I just
Coming
want.
through the door is Apprentice Maius.
Yay!
We'll use a Thon token for now.
The hero of the 5th Tower of Selection.
And he fires off a level 1 magic missile. Can you roll that damage, Jeremy, please?
Every little bit helps.
3 of those, please.
+4.
With +3 more, total of 5.
With the +1s?
+1, +1, +3 +1s with 3 dice is a 5.
Plus 3 more for the
Eight.
+1s for
8. Okay, got it. Little force barrages come that cannot miss, and that's his contribution. Hemlock, you got closer to the creature when it charged
Yeah.
over.
closer.
Hemlock is going to run up and push Haply out of the way
We're doing a lot of that this fight.
and get between Jericho and the creature, this
You can
demon.
move him further if you want.
Yeah. Just
Derek does not want to move. Derek wants to pull him tighter.
little friend, try to stay behind me, and I will blast this thing in the face. And miss with a 26.
Bromane point.
Oh yeah,
You get +1 as well. I don't know if that matters.
there we go. 36
Is
to
a hit.
14 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
All right. Do you have an action left?
As a reload.
You do have an option of doing a, what did we call it? The pretzel maneuver on Jericho.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I will.
But no one's understood the vulnerability, and you are not a champion, so I wanted to at least give you the
Yeah, no, I'll
opportunity.
still do it. It's
Well,
Jericho.
let me tell you first.
No.
Allow me to tell you. The creature will, if you choose to do that, will not be able to get Jericho unless it rolls a natural 20.
Yep.
If it hits, it will hit you, and if it hits you, its hits will be criticals.
Yeah. Nope. I'll.
You turn your back to the
Grab
creature,
little
surround Jericho.
Yep.
All right. Done.
Are your
Zaldor.
pistols like Judge Dredd, where only you can use them?
Nope.
Otherwise, target 1 spell attack against the AC. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. The spells are coming up a little lighter than they were earlier. The one that Zaldor will do is a familiar favorite of his. It is a wind sphere. It'll throw straight at the creature to make sure it hits him and him only. Then I blast it with a slashing gust of a wind sphere. At you!
At you is your.
That was a day 26.
Bromane point. Use your bromane.
27, but yes, Brillmane points my direction a little bit better.
Listen to me for once, Zaldor!
Stop grabbing my wrist, I'll point it, and throws the slashing gust again for less because he's grabbing my wrist. So that is a miss on that part. And
He
it is
gives helpful
Brillmane's fault.
information to everyone else.
But he's
just-
dicking Zaldor away intentionally. Oh, you missed again, did you? Yes, didn't see that coming.
Oh, pardon me. I didn't mean to hit your elbow there. Oh.
All right, it is Sir Yonic's turn.
So Yannick spins. Yep.
Before you do, as Brillmane turns around and throws an insulting voice, Zaldor will throw out a Wee Force Barrage for 3 points of damage.
Oh, that's a level 1 spell for 3 damage you just did?
I mean,
And
you judge when you say it like that.
No. Oh, good to know.
Can
Yannick!
Can I get a range to target? 1 ping only, please, Vasily. 30 feet. Okay. So I am gonna whip around, turn, and charge. Jumping up on the table as I'm running, since there's a table there, and I will hit that 25 feet
Acrobatics
right
check.
there. And then I will, as I'm running down the table, kind of sword and shield in hand, come swinging down from on high.
My
Give yourself a
charcuterie.
+1 for coolness.
Nice. Not too bad. 16. That's going to be 32
Is a hit.
to hit.
Is that +1 to coolness? Is that a status?
Yeah. 6,
coolness.
7,
Circumstance bonus.
7 points of damage.
7, another cut.
Too many
And
circumstances.
I don't think I'm going to need to
Status.
raise my shield since I know what this thing's going for.
You don't know that.
Kind of do.
Going for the chewy
So
nugget.
as my final action, I'm actually going to toss my sword and shield and draw the Fishard again.
You drop them to the ground and draw your Fashard all in one fell
Yep.
swoop.
And that's my third action.
That swoop fell.
All right.
Turns on you. Oh crap!
Uh-huh.
It is
Shield.
Galen. Start the round.
What you got? What you got?
Galen and Hemlock have been friends for quite some time. He would
And
know.
that's about to end.
Well,
Were.
That's good.
he knows where Hemlock keeps the ballistic shield on his person, right? Galen would like to.
It only shields against ballistics. Not,
Oh, it doesn't shield. Okay.
Why is it called a
used to-
ballistic shield?
Exactly.
So this thing's
Something doesn't add
pictures
up.
are going to go right through it. Okay.
It should be shield before it's
That's why
ballistic.
you don't see it very often.
It's like wearing camo pants against the guy right next to you.
He's like John Cena.
All right. Show me 25 feet.
Show me 25 feet. Ding.
Okay.
Ding, fries
I would have to go
up.
one south of there, correct? So I'm not occupying the same space. Is that right? One more.
That's 20. That's
All right.
25.
And I am within 15 feet of Jericho. Is that right?
You are?
Okay. Movement. And then Galen does what Galen does, and he strikes with his holy sword.
Strike.
I might hit. That is because they get a +1 for that, right?
From the song?
So 16 and 14 is 30 plus 1 is 31.
You
Yeah, we'll let
strike
that go.
successfully.
All right. 8 and 4 is 12 plus 10 is 22 plus 11 is
33.
33.
Jeez.
That's
Louise.
some good ads.
You get some exploitive vulnerability on things.
Yes, we do. All right, that's 1.
It's no force barrage level 1 with 1 dart.
Thank
but
you
it's,
for understanding. Yeah.
but it's
Yeah, but
something.
what is?
Let's just do it again. Let's just go for gold here.
Okay, -5.
do this. That is what is that number right there? Is that a 19?
can't see.
No, I can't see.
That's a 19. That's a 30 to
It's
hit.
a hit.
All right, so that does 10, and 10 is 20, and 11 is
Lopping off
31.
chunks of
32?
creatures.
32. Thank you.
How much damage?
32 points.
The creature is critically wounded, sloughing off big chunks of eyes left and right. You're leaving patches of eyes on the ground. But it is not dead.
Don't slip on the
How
tentacles.
far is Jericho away from Yannick as well?
And it's Gegi's turn.
15, 20
20 feet.
Attacking with.
That's fine. He's gonna get killed right here. Come on, Geggy.
G-Man. Right. Hunted shot.
You get a chance to kill the third one.
This is 2 attacks for 1 action. That is going to need. This one is going to need a new roll.
Romaine point.
Romaine point, yes. Oh my god, I am just.
That's a bad sound.
25.
It's a mess. Arrow goes flying awry.
And that one is 3. Jesus.
Arrows flying wrongly.
I
Switch
will
that
go
dice
for
out.
another shot. Is a 3 again.
Okay, seriously though, get rid of that dice.
And, well, I'm on the last of my dice.
I don't think
here.
that's a good idea.
I gotta do it.
Hey!
Hey, that is 16 to hit. Oh.
Maybe shooting arrows isn't your thing.
Yeah, I'd rather be a cleric, but
Well, you might still get your
I
chance.
might get my
Right?
chance.
All right. It is the creature's turn.
I'm swapping out the dice.
Well, what about me?
What about Jericho?
Oh, it's Jericho. Oh, well, let's back up. I don't think it took its persistent from you last time.
No, it didn't.
It did not. It was, what was it?
1d6.
1d6. Go ahead and can you roll your own 1d6 against
Did
it?
it take your beast damage too?
1.
Okay, I'm now rolling a flat 15 or higher to get rid of it. 13. We're good. It's still on it.
Damage.
All right, so
It's
I'm
only
all.
on the-
I ran
the retributive
over,
strike.
and my
It's not
dear
on the
friend
normal strike.
Hemlock just came over and kind of like scooped me up, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on because I honestly thought that
I
was
didn't pick you up off the ground.
Oh, you just kind of hunkered over
I
me.
respect you enough to.
I
just,
bend down, and I actually bend all the way down and look down between my own knees and just see the creature coming after
Kiss
me.
your ass
and,
goodbye.
and then I kind of bend back up and see, knowing where that creature is.
That's an action.
And I cast Force Barrage with all 3 of my actions at 3rd level.
Oh.
So I'm going to
Showing up
get
the wizard.
64
do you need?
plus 2 for each of them with this, I believe.
At what level?
Because each dart does +1. Each is a separate attack, so each one will get a +1 from my Courageous
Yep.
Anthem.
Wait, you fire 1 additional shard with each action. Yep. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I got 6d4. Oh, that's really good. That's 2 4s and a 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, plus 12, 32.
Would you like to describe how you defeat this creature?
Yeah, just whatever its main, it's got a bunch of eyes, just one dart goes into each eye individually, just drives into each one, into the center of whatever it is, and then they all do their little force eruption inside it.
Oh. Popping like packaged peanut things.
Yes.
Like the Halo needle gun.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Again!
This is fun. We haven't slayed demons in a while.
There's still fire in the lounge.
Oh, yes, yes.
So we still haven't settled. Is that the reason why the demon is coming back?
There's only one way to find out.
We've quite confirmed that there is absolutely some sort of tracking, hunting happening from the infernal realm through your blood. I suggest
Wait, are you
no
sure it's
longer
me?
doing this test. Yes.
Okay.
I'm quite sure.
I have other vials I could try.
Should we?
Do you?
What,
Are they
what do you
different?
have in mind,
or
bro?
are they the same?
They detect more minerals and other worldly minerals, but perhaps that might be of advantage. Why are you smiling at me? No.
This
Is magical science.
I'm not sure that I was attacked by a mineral.
You don't know magical science at all.
Well, he does have a point, though, Brillman. It's not quite the mineral type creature we would see with.
But it's otherworldly mineral. This is not from this world. I think we should give this a go. Shing! 1 drop of blood, I think, would do us.
Let's get everyone healed up real quick. And Yannick will make
Very
sure
well.
everybody's healed up.
Okay. You guys spend an hour or 2 and get everyone back up to healed full status.
Master Brillmane, how
3 hours later, there's 5 of these beasts on the ground.
It's still mountains of them.
I think we figured out that there's a different level of mineral versus creature.
there has to be an end to them sometime.
You got them demoralized.
I can do this all day.
They're getting tired when they come through.
All right, now if you could get closer, and he comes at you to poke you for the 3rd time.
We're really doing this again?
It's fine.
All right. Yannick says it's fine.
All right, he pokes
It's
and
almost
gets
less
out
than
a
20 seconds.
different potion bottle. The other one had little bluish crystals. This one is more of a viscous, clear liquid.
Oh, okay.
And while
I feel
that's
better about
happening,
that.
Yannick is stepping in front of Jericho and sort of like kind of gently kind of getting him
Just
to
tell
step
Derek where you want to be on the
Yeah.
battle map.
Galen, ready some action.
back. Really?
That would be crazy.
That
Do
would
you have
be
a bag
crazy.
to put the gnome in?
Yeah.
And he puts the little blood thing in there
Holding.
and swirls it around. And nothing happens.
So what does that mean?
I don't quite know.
Then what the hell did we do
It's
that
science.
It's magical science. I must log it and write it down.
for? So why did we do that?
Because I have 7 more potions.
You must
Let
test.
us begin the process now.
You must create a hypothesis and test the hypothesis.
See, he knows.
There is a level to which one can
Stupidity?
only repeat
Oh.
so many experiments and attempt a different type of result. I feel that we have successfully identified that Hemlock is being tracked via blood magic. Jericho is also being tracked via blood magic, although albeit a different source and type of magic,
Or mineral magic.
not mineral magic,
But
which
what
is another
about
thing we've determined.
vegetable magic?
I could safely say that it is not important.
Otherworldly vegetables. There are such a thing.
Absolutely.
Name 2.
That creature kind of looked like a vegetable.
And then it does. And I have a potion we could detect if there's vegetable matter from beyond Varen.
Doom tuber.
Well, I gotta write that down for a title. Thanks, buddy. The Doom
That's why you just
Tuber.
keep scrolling through YouTube and can't stop.
It's because it's got all the eyes, isn't it? That's
I'm getting low on healing bandages.
So is whatever was in me, it's gone or it's still there?
It's still there.
yes.
But we don't know that.
You're not a magical scientist.
He brings up a good
Never found
point. Perhaps these could have been triggered, but they're not because it has been expunged.
Exactly. There's a chance for that.
There is only one way to know for sure. We must re-trigger the initial effect that caused it,
Or we transfer his blood, much the same way.
but then we would never know the truth.
Perhaps if we did transfer the blood and then retested the blood trace on the new creature,
I'm with you on that.
that would determine
That's-
not again
I
if
agree.
it's just Jericho,
Not just
or
Jericho.
if it is in fact the process itself,
Process itself.
or if it's even been
Been
expunged.
Expunged. Totally agree. I think we need to put on hold this expedition for a bit, and we really need to dive into this. With your permission, of course, Mr. Jericho.
I just feel like you don't know much. You're just making a lot of guesses.
Transfer it to Haply.
Well, we are
No.
exploring the boundaries of magical science
So
as we
tell
speak.
me 2 things you've learned
New
so far.
frontiers we are exploring, the unknown.
I'm adding attention dice for Tom.
So So can you tell me like 2 things you've learned so far?
Well, one, the lounge is not safe from demon
No,
eye
I mean about
dogs.
me.
Oh, about you.
Yeah.
You are not as resilient to pincers as one might imagine, and you are
You're a
quite
Virgo.
greasy at times and hard to hold on to. I'm guessing it's some sort of gnomish excretion I'm not privy to. So you
He's
stay.
not wrong.
Gnomish excretions.
No.
That I'm not privy to. That's the important part. So, yes, I think we should do some extensive testing to find out the extent of your blood work. Perhaps somewhere not involving this lounge anymore. It's taking quite some damage. I
We
think
were
perhaps-
going to. Sorry to interrupt, but we were going to take Meladine back to her carts and her wares. Correct?
The intent was not to go with her, but
Yes,
to
but
absolutely
if
get her back to her
Jericho
property.
and I were to go with her, we could perhaps transfer our blood, like we have been showed, to an unknowing creature, and come back. And then I don't feel safe if these blood witches or these queen shades can track me and be in with the entire group. I would like to get this foul poison out of my body as soon as possible.
I don't disagree with that approach, but I'm not sure going back to the last place we know the Queen Shades and their abominations to be is the best idea.
Surely it's been days since they were there.
Do we really want to risk it?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you could technically not accompany her.
We could go somewhere else.
Yeah, any other
Find a-
location.
Wild creature.
Master Brillmane, do you have any animals here, any birds or lizards or anything that you might be examining or...
No creatures here.
Bird might be a good one. They'll travel fast and far. And if they're, might take them some time to track it down. I like your idea.
One of our fans, by the way, suggests that it's 9 a.m. for the group and time for a long rest.
Not wrong.
It's been an action-packed morning.
I feel that with the intent of transferring your blood, consistently going on these next steps that we have, going to a much greater danger that also involves more blood magic, it would be prudent to certainly get it out of each of you and transferred into other creatures. And Miss Meladine, we want to make sure that you are also returned to your property.
Oh, I can quite sense that.
I say, as a suggestion, that we take some rest, heal the wounds, find someone to clean up this mess, someone else, and we go about our way towards the jagged mountains.
Even though they can track us through me.
No.
And
So-
can you not tell Meladine exactly where we're going in case, I don't know, a Queen Shades gets their hands on her? Are we fucking amateurs here?
Kind of.
Did you see the previous battle?
We handled the second one quite a bit faster than the first one. Thanks to you, actually. Dropping 70 points of damage in one turn. Yes.
We're going to assume Madeline is sitting on her chair and we're in a different corner of the...
Sure.
But before we head out, I feel like the first steps that we should do when we leave the tower are to transfer your trackers or whatever's tracing you, which should be away from her and no longer in her presence as she's returned back to her place, and then we can continue on whatever mysterious quest we want to follow. Does anyone disagree?
No.
No.
So we've added 3 steps to 10.
Yes.
Just trying to keep track.
Science. All right. Well, with all or most in agreement,
As long as we're sending her on her way.
that should be step one.
I mean, we might as well go do that sooner rather than later.
Master Brilbane,
Yes.
would you please contact your apprentice and ask him to escort Meladine back to her property?
Indeed. I think she's ready to go.
I know we're gonna go with and just find a goat.
It doesn't sound like they want us to go back to where we last saw.
Right this way, says Apprentice Mayes to Meladine. She comes over to the
Seems
group.
easy to just.
Well,
hop
it seems
out of
like
the
I'm
tube,
parting ways
find a
with
goat
you all.
or a horse and hop out.
It would be
It has been a
lot of
pleasure.
time spent.
It has
Agreed.
been an honor getting to know you and understand you and learn of your ways and your culture. We don't agree with much of it. In fact, Galen downright hates you.
But if we,
I'm on the fence, but I don't think I like you either.
I don't like him either. Well, I have enjoyed some of your company as
You
well.
are a great warrior, and thank you for helping us
She hit
before
twice.
and today.
More criticals than you. Then I bid you all farewell. Good luck in wherever your travels take you. Apparently to the rocks to the north. I should say that.
God damn it!
Wait till the Blood Queen hears about this.
And Mayes takes her out and to the front door where he's going to create a little yellow tube of travel.
I love how we have the portrait of Elven Lord Haply here. Staring right at me.
Beautiful cursed
He's
lips.
just standing right next to you, looking at you closely, intensely. Did I do good with my dagger?
Well, that was done. Is there any more breakfast wine?
I can see about that. It will take about a day, I would imagine, due to how time works within his travel tubes, for him to return. So you're welcome to rest here, as always.
Thank you much.
Master Bromane, would it be amenable to you to have access to your library during that time?
And on certain sections, by all means.
And Yannick is like, Ma, I want some of that too.
All right, you guys then chill out for a day. and-
Hemlock wants to check out the pages about the Queen Shades that
Okay.
Brillman gave him.
Yep.
You spend your time reading that, and you have learned about some of their strengths and weaknesses against any Queen Shades, the assassins of the Queen Shades. Hemlock can treat an 18 or higher on a natural roll as a critical hit, and you have +1 AC bonus against all of their attacks.
Wow.
Wow.
Galen will also be reading the book that was given to him, Coven of the Six Witches.
This was Hemlock.
Yep. Yannick also has
That
things
is
to do.
awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
18 or higher. Oof.
We're gonna need it.
For where was it? Galen, you read the Coven of the Six Witches cover to cover throughout the day. That will take all of your reading time if you want to do that.
I think I will do that.
Okay.
Yes.
You have been given a bonus of +3 to all exploit vulnerabilities against any blood witches or their specific minions underneath them, such as the Queen's Shades, and that is permanent for the rest of your life.
What was the bonus?
+3 to
+3.
exploit vulnerabilities.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Thank you,
That
Tom.
is awesome. Yes, thank you.
And then Yannick is looking through the book he was given by
Let me-
Bromane.
All right, and this would take your evening of reading.
Okay.
You gain a bonus of reassurance that you are a good guy.
I don't remember this quite this way.
Scratching out some of the writings of his
I
goddess.
swear there was more yelling here.
Put some stick figure pictures on the corners here. That's what happens there. You guys take your time, and in doing so, we will add a tension die to the pool. So we have 4 dice in there, and time goes by. You wake up the next day. No,
Sorry, Zaldor, when returning to his chambers, finds those 4 scrolls
yes.
that Master Brillmaid left for him and will read through those.
You have read through them and transcribed them into your spell book, so they are gone now, and they're now in your spell book, and they are spells of Translocate, Chromatic Ray, Creation, and Flicker.
Technically, wouldn't have to. He could just use them as scrolls, right?
He could just read them as scrolls unless he wants to permanently put them in a spell, which I'm assuming he's doing.
I do.
In addition, you can make an Arcana roll. 23. Let's say Arcana roll 26 twice. And if you succeed on either one of those, the scrolls are not consumed and may be used by someone else.
Roll high.
Let me take a
Roll
look.
very
here.
high.
I have a plus 17 to Arcana, and my lowest roll was an 11. The other one was a 15 for a 28 and a 32.
So that's a success and a success.
Success and a success.
All right, let's have Derek choose which of the 2 scrolls were survived. Translocate, Chromatic Ray, Creation, or Flicker? Chromatic Ray and Translocate are now usable. Are those being given to Galen?
Yes.
All right.
If he can use them, absolutely.
He's got
and they're fun.
Thank you greatly, Zaldor. I appreciate that.
All right, you guys rest up. You heal. You lose 1 level of wounded on the Bard, so I believe that takes you down to 1.
2. Oh, wounded, yes.
Wounded down to 2. You are at 2 more days of being drained 1 and enfeebled. And in the morning, Apprentice Maus appears. Whew, okay. Well, she's all squared away. I'm tired, but I'm ready to take you all where you need to go.
Apprentice Maus, did you notice anything on the other end of that tunnel? Was there anything waiting for Meladine?
No, I helped her look around a bit. We couldn't find any of her horses. Her carts were still there, though.
Did you see any sign of corruption, blue veins, anything out of the ordinary?
No.
So let's talk about this for a second. Hemlock's being tracked. Jericho may or may not be being tracked. If we head north before we do the blood transfusion, they'll know we're at least the direction that we're headed, and maybe be able to discern or, understand what our intent is. We should take the time to get rid of this transfusion thing done before we travel anywhere else. In my opinion.
Yeah.
I agree.
That seems pretty smart.
We could further that by trying to add a little subterfuge.
Head a different direction.
Head a different direction, find the animal there to transfer into.
That'll take time.
But time worth the effort, I think.
Maus says, I can create a very short tunnel, pretty much just straight down. It would take still an hour. It takes time to get down, but then you could look around there for something.
Would that be troublesome to have possibly the Blood Witches coming and looking down below your tower?
That would be terrible, but I can't imagine them looking there.
I mean, with Hemlock's.
Oh, right. Yeah. That wouldn't be good.
Is
So
there
we'd want to go at least a little farther away.
Okay.
is there a natural spring nearby somewhere where animals might go to?
I know of a place.
someplace far enough away from the tower where if the blood witches seek the animals here, we're not endangering those within the tower.
Yeah, I can take. It'll take more time, lots of time to get there.
That's fine.
We can't have the blood witches tracking.
No.
It must be done.
Yeah. And we don't want them knowing which way we're headed.
Or we could go out on your front deck with a big net and just hope we catch a bird flying by.
Right.
Yeah. So what we said then.
Okay. Come with me. And he runs off, gets himself a sandwich to take with him.
There's no time for that.
It's still yesterday morning for me. I'm hungry. And he goes out to the front door of the 5th tower of selection.
Saving the world is
Hungry
hungry
work.
work.
Whoa. Some of you guys need to calm down.
He's outside the entrance with the big flat giant steps and starts waving his hands and creates this wobbly little tunnel of yellow opaqueness, and that heads off and to the left. I'm heading to a nearby spring.
I was going to say
Come on,
something
Hemlock.
mean, but it was unnecessary.
Yeah, let's go.
That's growth. Good for you. We follow.
All right, Maus goes in. Everyone's going?
I'm
Yeah.
going in.
All right. Everyone goes. You arrive sometime later in the dark of night next to a spring. And what are you doing here?
Set some snares.
Yeah, we need
Some
to
live
catch
snares.
some animals.
Who's got the best survival?
+9.
Whoa, +3. Untrained.
I believe it's
banking
got to
on
be
Geggy.
Geggy.
Probably, but-
Everyone's looking as Christopher slowly gets out his survival notes here.
It's like a 13.
I'm going to stay in my
11.
cabin.
It's an 11?
Yes.
Okay.
Make the roll.
Yep, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. Doesn't count. You're going to make a roll. You will succeed. But if you fail the roll, it will take even more time. We will definitely
I
add
can't see this
attention
thing.
to. 23 is your target.
23, 21.
Okay. You are able to get a little creature of your choice, but it does add a tension die. We are 5 of 6.
Oh, we need.
Two
we put
creatures.
both of ours into
Two
one creature?
creatures. Two creatures.
Oh.
All right.
Nice.
You have snared 2 creatures of your choice within reason.
Oh,
Dragon.
Omen
An
dragon.
omen dragon. 1d6 omen dragons, please.
a little lizard.
Okay.
And a bird.
1 Komodo dragon it is.
Yeah.
Just don't let it lick you.
And a bird. And what do you do with said creatures?
Ooh, make a little pinprick on the creature and a pinprick on myself, and squeeze a drop of blood to mix with its blood, and then pour the potion onto it.
All right.
Considering how
None of us paid
quickly-
attention to how.
Oh, I did.
Considering how quickly the blood witches seem to move, I suggest maybe that Hemlock, you work with the bird.
Okay.
All right. And Jericho's licking the back of the toad. What's going on?
Well,
I'm going to toad the wet sprocket.
Okay. All right. You prick and put the potion effect on, and you feel a bit of coldness on your wound area wherever you pricked. That quickly fades.
Okay.
and what happens with Jericho?
Jericho,
Which
you're,
I'm watching very closely.
you're pricking yourself and then pricking a lizard.
Yes.
You prick and you.
It explodes.
It's like, come on, the third time on me.
Lizard grows to 18 times its normal size.
You prick the lizard. Boy, that's a weird thing to say.
Better
It
than the
wouldn't be the
lizard
first
prick.
time.
And you apply the potion effect, and it is consumed, and you feel nothing.
All right.
Yeah,
that was no big deal at all.
Science.
Well, that was no big deal at all. That was pretty easy.
You didn't feel anything?
I mean, no. There was like a owie when I poked.
I had got really cold for a second.
Well, you don't do well with the cold. You're very pale and thin. But no, I didn't feel like that. But I'm going to kind of lean closer to
Stronger
Hemlock.
than I am.
Bromane, he impresses me so little.
You are hard to impress.
No, so little.
So little?
Yeah.
Less than Zaldor? I've seen you warm up to Zaldor a little bit.
You know, Zaldor does some magic, not really a whole lot more than I do. His title sounds impressive. This guy has the same title. I don't think being a wizard of a tower is a big deal.
Have I told you that being a wizard of selection is a very big deal?
It's not what I hear.
It's
He has helped us. He has guided us. He may not.
Only if anything he said was right.
It's not what the Bard songs
it's
say.
true.
Yeah, I mean, can you point to one thing that he's done that's actually been demonstrably true or helpful?
He's showed me how to get over on these queen shades.
I have quite a
You
bit
think?
of knowledge on the blood witches.
Unless it don't work.
Well, I know some vulnerabilities.
Maybe.
Well,
unless they're wrong.
They could
We'll
be
hope
wrong.
so. We'll hope
but
so.
We
Yeah,
could
but
all
no,
be wrong.
no, just when I asked him what's 2 things he's learned, and both his things were dumb and wrong. So, I don't know. The more I'm around the wizardy type of people that everyone says are awesome, Galandro, Bromane, the more I'm thinking.
What about Zaldor?
Well, see, but the nice thing about Zaldo is no one says he's cool.
He does.
That doesn't count when you say
Oh,
that.
it doesn't
Consistently.
count.
And
Doesn't
loudly.
say.
I am so
anyone,
cool.
anyone can say yourself.
I think we should get
Fortunately, his
back in
flourish
these
is only
tubes,
once per
though,
round.
and go north to our destination.
As cool as the other side of things that are
Oh,
cool.
are we going back? Are we going?
I don't know. That's a good question. Are we? I talked to.
I'm still doing
hey,
cool
hey, guys.
jokes over here. Pull my spell book out of the bag. It says badass mother. What? I'm cool.
Hey, guys, are we heading back to the tower, or are we heading to?
Apprentice
north?
Mayas comes up and says, "Are you guys heading
Hey,
back
we're
to
having
the
a conversation
tower,
here, so just hold on a
or
second.
are you heading?"
No, we want to head to our destination north.
I can do that.
Okay, we don't have to go back to the tower.
No, I can do
Can I
that.
ask you a super quick question? Because you seem like the smart one of the tower.
Oh, thank you.
Do you know anything about those potions that your boss did for us? Do you know anything about them?
No.
That's super helpful. All right.
good talk.
Lead the way, apprentice.
All right.
Oh.
You've been very helpful.
Just this. When you get back to Bromane, tell him that...
Master Brillmane.
Yeah, that's what I said. Tell him that Hemlock did the potion thing, and he got his got cold, and that Jericho did the potion thing. Nothing happened.
Okay.
No side effects or other demonstrable events.
No side effects for the monsters.
Time.
Demonstrably.
Yeah.
Demonstered is okay.
No, demonstrably. It means demonstrated.
Demonstrated.
It just use
Demon monster.
Use the correct-
Demon. That okay. Demon monstered for Jericho. He
Let's
starts
go.
to cast a spell. You feel a tap upon your shoulder.
There the whole
There's a
time.
face on a picture. Pardon me, I was late. The lizard said I could find you. You feel
from the Lord.
you feel a tap upon your shoulder, and you hear a familiar voice say, "Sir, Yannick, I was thinking since this direction that the group's heading may not have full use of my services, that I could return with the apprentice to the tower and wait there and practice and study there."
We may not be making it back to the tower.
Oh,
Even more the reason for my request.
Is that a smile appear on his face? Trying to hide it? Oh, don't smile. Don't smile.
I had no idea.
Right. So what do you think about that plan?
Haply, do you want to be released from your service to Sir
Oh,
Yannick?
no, I would never want that. I'm more concerned
But
about...
that's what you want.
No.
Okay.
But I think there's
Seems
a
like
lot to learn at the tower. And I could practice more there in my own room.
Versus with the knight that you squire under. You think you would benefit more than being around the knight that you squire for?
It's the under part I have a problem with.
I'm just not sure, with my dagger and my healing skills aren't very tomb related. So I think perhaps if with your permission, if you agree, I could help out at the tower.
Yannick, ponders this seriously. If that is your wish, we will send word when we can.
All right.
Although, I am remiss to lose you. You are quite valuable, and I enjoy having you around with us.
Yeah, well, I'll wait for you at the tower then. Why are you laughing?
There's none.
Because I'm being broken up with
Yeah.
by my squire.
There's
It's
not
not-
even a sir.
It's not you, it's
Yeah,
me.
it's not you, it's me for sure. I'm on a different path now.
Speak your truth, Haply.
Honestly, I felt love bombed by you when we first met. And
I'm hurt.
I've met another mentor.
You're a wizard now, Haply.
I feel like he just gets me, you know?
he squires me often. The Maus, Apprentice Maus says, then you can travel with us, I think would be safest, and then you'll just return with me. And Squire Haply says, all right. And they begin their journey. Are you glaring at him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Warren Dagon's at his back now as he's
Take
walking.
control of it. You got to grab hold of him.
Sometimes you gotta give your squire a little room to make mistakes and make their own errors.
If you
love them,
squire
let them go.
someone.
You guys travel through this strange tube, which is uncomfortable, and it takes hours and hours of
fine.
traveling.
Do I still have to crawl? Is it still?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Small.
Takes hours and hours of travel, which means it going from the tower to the little spring to these mountains and rocks far to the north takes 2 real-world days of time.
Means we're free of the blight.
You are free of the effects
Nice.
of the drained and the enfeeblement, and then all the wounded is also clear.
And if we just dicked around long enough, it'd be
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Everything's fine. Caveat! Exclamation point.
And you arrive at a rugged mountainous area. It is made of red rocks, sharp peaks, hills, and Maus says what he said was to follow this old tracker's path up this direction until you got to a clearing, and then look for a hidden path to the west in that clearing, and then follow that through the mountains.
Yes. I've written that down.
And he creates another magic tube portal area heading back to the tower. And Haply says, well, good luck.
Yannick grabs a hold of Haply's collar. No matter what happens, I will find you.
You're saying that in a threatening way.
I have a certain set of skills.
And they enter the tube, and you can see them just fade away magically as they are disappearing into that yellow tube.
And Yannick watches until Haply has disappeared.
All right. You guys
Does
turn-
Haply ever look back?
No.
That makes me sad.
I like the idea of you just waiting. He's gonna turn around in a second. A second.
He's going to do it. He's going to look back. He's going to feel regret for that decision. No,
He's gone.
he didn't regret it.
You shouldn't have given the decision.
And he heads away.
Well, I'm sorry, Knight Geggy.
I just happened to
I've
notice-
not squired
I just
a
happened to
squire
notice your
before.
Squire never called you sir.
Until he asked for something.
Yeah. You just-
Well, if he doesn't come back, then he never loved me in the first place.
it wasn't meant to be.
Oh my God! There's all sorts of Bachelor season comments. He didn't.
Can
get
we
the
see
rose.
his picture once more?
My favorite comment is "not happily ever after."
That's awesome.
Well done. You get a hero point.
Yeah,
So good.
he said that.
That was Thonwell.
I love it.
Oh my God. You guys then make your way deeper into the sharp red mountains, and we will stop there for tonight. Thanks so much for joining us on this crazy towering battle day, and we will see you all again next time.
Bye,
Everyone.
Thank you.